here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared Bro. On this Bad Churn Wednesday, I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your day. And good show. Good show. Last few hours, if you all were tuned in to the Good Morning Show with Will Sutton and Mason Harrison and Mason's show, he announced will be starting on Monday. I'm super excited about that. And yes, hey y'all, hey, Bad Churn Wednesday. I am in a better mood than I was on yesterday because yesterday was ugh. Whew. But I also want to say thank you all. Thank you for keeping in touch with me and also carrying me through because it really did take you all and your support to get me through yesterday's show. But I say thank you. I say I appreciate you because unexpected news of somebody transitioning is difficult, but it's even more difficult when it's somebody you love and somebody you care about. So thank you to our Front Porch listeners. I'll be having a guest host coming in shortly this morning. And shout out to Brandon, too, because he came in yesterday because I was in a space and just trying to figure it out. But he came in and showed up for you all and for me as well. So shouts out to Ninth Ward Book, or also known as Brandon Adams, who is with us on this Bad Churn Wednesday. I would like to say happy birthday to my TD, also known as the First Lady, Dion Simmons Catherine. Today is her birthday, and I got a chance to talk to her this morning before she continued on her day of the life of an educator. And but yes, happy birthday, TD. That is um, one of my favorites. If y'all are familiar with aunties, you know, it's some aunties that step in when you done got on your mama's nerves. And I'll share with y'all the story later on after we get the show started good. So let us do the opening as we always do. Welcome to the Front Porch here on WBOK. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. Jared is with me today as usual, and we want to welcome you to grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug, or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. But remember to mind your manners, say good morning, and sit with us as we chop up the news with a New Orleans focus scope. And if you want to join us, you are welcome to do so via the radio, WBOK 1230 AM, and our friends on the FM dial, 107.1 FM. No static at all. And yes, today is March 25th. March is almost over. Like, I feel like March said, hey, how y'all doing? I'm going to do a little stuff in the kitchen and I'm going to leave. And that feels like what has happened during this month of March. It is Aries season. This week has been a lot already. But I'm looking forward to many more happy days to come. And also, as you all are coming in, if you're in town, you've heard me speak of Biosocial. Biosocial is a restaurant that has been around about 3 months, and I've been there about 4 times already, and I'll be going back there tonight for karaoke night. So for those of you who are looking for something to do, I know many of my friends that are my age are heading toward empty nesting. So if you want to come on out and have a wonderful time, please join us at Bio Social. I will give you all the address as we go along further in the day. Yes, Cam, Aries season. Are you a April Aries or a March Aries? I wonder. Um, Let me know, Jared. At 12:30. Looking, yeah, take a look at the comments right quick. But good morning, and good morning to Miss Joyce. Good morning to Gracie. Hey, Gracie. Gracie, thank you. I saw all your replies. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Cam. Cam, listen, we in this thing, right? Oh, you're April Aries. Cool. April 11th. I crossed April 9th. So, yes, that's a safe area. we'll talk about my relationships with Aries later, Cam. Just me and you. Cause yeah, I, you either love you or you don't, and that's pretty much a take it or leave it. But I am having a wonderful time moving into um, Taurus season. Somebody said, I think it was Dr. Payne, Dr. Chanel Payne. She posted that she's going to Belize in Taurus season, and somebody said, "We just got it. It just started today." And I was like, "Well, you know, it's okay. Woo woo. It's okay. Woo woo woo." But for sure, this is a week of I have one, two, three cousins who are Aries. Their birthdays are this week. Um, Robin, Angel, Nicole is tomorrow, and then April 1st is um my cousin Cameron's birthday. But it's like a bunch of them. I'm the only Taurus in my on my mom's side of the family, and like for the most part, most of our um elders have been replaced by somebody of that season or birthday, but I was due on my mom's birthday, and I'm the only one. I've been waiting for somebody to join me, cause but at the same time, I really don't be needing nobody for backup. But yeah, everybody else has multiples, and it's just me. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Elwin. 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 Call us back. Lori says we have several April birthdays in our family. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of April birthdays. My sister, one of my sister-in-laws, her birthday is I think the 21st of April. But like in my direct line, I don't really have anybody that is um that's an April or a May Taurus. And I would love on my mom's side. I do have one on my dad's side. And I love her so much. What up, Rihanna? But yeah, it is Bad Churn Wednesday. And of course, I said that I was gonna be having a guest that'll be coming in. And as he comes in to get himself adjusted, I hope you all are having a great start to your Wednesday morning. And today is better than it was yesterday. Yesterday was hard. And I, again, want to tell you all thank you for your encouragement and your kind words and words of condolence to Jazz and his family because, ooh, that was a lot. That was a lot. Well, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How we doing? Good
How
morning.
you doing?
We above ground, but we could be doing a lot better. So you know,
We could be doing a lot worse. I'm
the
going to take.
city of New Orleans has got my potato boiling.
It's boiling this morning.
Oh my God!
The truck again?
Yes, they came pick it up off the street.
After the boot?
Well,
Okay, let's
we'll
let's
talk.
let's
We'll
let's
talk.
let's roll it back, roll it back. But it is who in the building?
It's your boy Joe Jackson, and we live on the front porch with my girl Kimbo White Dupree. You heard me?
We are back in the building, and I've been missing you. I've been trying to catch you.
Yes.
But, this busy season for everybody. It's festival season. It's you got music coming out?
Yes. Well, we actually just released the No Less Secret Session mixtape, and we're doing a live mixtape as well. And I also have a single out with Kierica. It's called Falling.
Uh-huh.
And then I have something else out too that I'm working on.
Just all
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
And what you cooking today?
Today we're doing lasagna, fried chicken, and corn. And then we're also getting ready to shoot some live tutorials for an instructional video we're putting out for a project we're working on.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm happy to hear it. We are almost, well, no, we're not almost. We're at the end of March.
Yes,
Like March when he was like, "Hey, how you doing? Let me go in the kitchen, give me a soda." All right, now I'm gonna head out.
I really feel like you already know because we talked about this. I'm a heavy conspiracy theorist, so I believe in the CERN. I believe in they speeding the time up. I believe in the weather machines. It's like I went outside one night and it felt like morning, and then the birds were chirping. It was like 2:00 in the morning. And I'm like, what's going on?
They don't normally start till around 3, 4.
Yeah. But like they were like the birds were up like as if it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, but it was like 1 or 2. It was like 1 or 2 o'clock.
I was asking where are the witches in the city. I was asking. Now some people too pulled up to, indulge. But I mean, with all this
We here.
chaos, where are the witches?
We here. We
please,
thriving.
please activate the witches.
Listen,
Help us.
it's more than I feel like even down to our president. All this is pre-orchestrated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like people say about if you'd have voted for Kamala, it don't matter if the whole United States would have voted for Kamala, he would have still won because it was already predestined and pre-orchestrated for him to win. I feel
if he won, well, him winning, a lot of people losing right now.
Exactly.
And I really want to get into that conversation a little bit, but let's see. Good morning, Elwin.
Good morning, Kim.
How
you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you? You say good morning to Joe?
Good morning to Joe.
Good morning.
That is Joe Jackson. What's going on, Elwin? How are you?
Oh, nothing much. I'm off today. I'll be back at it tomorrow.
So tomorrow you go to physical therapy?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, what do you have to do?
Meanwhile, I'm just washing clothes, drying them, and talking to you.
You got to do something else with your day, baby. What's going on?
No, I mean, today is Elton John's birthday. Would you believe this? He's 79 years old.
I can believe that. He has been a good steward of his finances and with his body. Even though he's done it some damage, he's done enough to keep himself preserved.
He came out when the real drugs was out.
Yeah, he did himself dirty for a little while, but he has been able to withstand all the drama.
Wow.
But 79, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, 79, that's pretty good. I mean, look, Nick Jagger's 81, and somebody else is 81 with him.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a lot of people living long lives, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on what they're doing. They help them live their long lives. That's good too. But I ain't gonna get into all of that. So what you gonna do today, Kim, when you get off the radio?
When I get off the radio today, I will be going to catch the last portion of my son's set. He is playing at Cafe Beignet on Canal Street. So I'm going to go and hear the last of that. And then I'm going to teach my class because I told you I teach algebra.
Algebra?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, algebra. Okay. I think I failed in algebra a long time ago.
Well, you went back to pass it because you wouldn't have been able to get out of high school without it.
Well, I don't know about all that, but
Turn your radio down for me, Elwin.
I'm waiting the next round.
It's still picking it up. It might be loud, but that's okay. We're gonna take this break though.
Okay.
All right. Well, you keep listening. It's Bad Churn Wednesday. We look forward to hearing from you again. Okay, it's your day.
Yeah. I'm not bad. I'm just bad.
Who you trying to convince? Well, we're gonna take this break, okay, boo?
You? All right.
All right. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Wednesday morning, I'm Daryl Forgis with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. A suspect is behind bars after an hours-long standoff with police in the St. Roch neighborhood. The entire square block of North Galvez Street was blocked off for nearly 5 hours last night as the alleged armed suspect barricaded himself in a home with several others needing to be evacuated. Now, we do know he was wanted in connection with 2 shootings and an aggravated assault with a firearm charge. We're told other people in the home with the suspect told police he was inside. Thankfully, no one was injured. All right, it's official. 2 New Orleans high schools will be merging. That's the final decision from the New Orleans School Board Frederick Douglass High School students will be merging with John F. Kennedy High. District leaders say it's an effort being made due to low enrollment, but it's causing controversy as some neighbors and alumni are against it. Because of the government shutdown, Delta Airlines is temporarily suspending some specialty services for Congress members. That includes airport escorts and redcoat services. Delta said representatives will be treated the same as all other passengers, and that the suspension is due to a strain on resources because of the government shutdown. Delta reservations lines for members of Congress still remain open. And the Pelicans are officially eliminated from postseason contention after a loss to the New York Knicks last night. It was a back-and-forth affair with rookie Jeremiah Fears scoring 20 points in 21 minutes. But in the end, the stars of the New York Knicks took over. Tomorrow, the Pels are in Detroit to face the Pistons at 6 p.m. I'm Daryl Forgis, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
The National World War II Museum, located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans. The National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
New Orleans, the city of festivals and second chances. This is Mr. Rocky of Faithers in Jesus the Christ, inviting everyone to come to the table of grace. No matter where you are or what you're dealing with, guilt, bad habits, mistakes, or heavy hearts, Jesus still calls us his friend, and his grace is waiting for us. Tune in to WBOK, 12:30 a.m., or watch live on Facebook or Instagram. We'll reflect on his work on the cross, his resurrection, his ascension, and the hope of his return for we who that believe and have received him by faith. So join us at the table of grace, where mercy is fresh, forgiveness is real, and grace is served for people like you and me.
Greetings and salutations. I am Edward B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What we want to be talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree.
And it's your boy, Joe Jackson.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared. We are live, loud, and in color here on the Front Porch. Joe Jackson.
What's going on?
You've been
What's going on?
down.
You know, I'll be trying. I'll also be offering cooking lessons soon. I work with a new venue and a new space. And also shout out to my friends at the Blue Crawfish. We'll be doing some cooking tutorials.
Okay.
And all the things like this summer and stuff coming up too for different age groups and adults.
I love that because people can't boil water.
And listen, it's crazy that the amount of people that live in New Orleans and don't know how to cook New Orleans, authentic New Orleans cuisine, or either don't even know the history. Like, you know, like with Dookie Chase's, the reason why everybody was so upset with the incident was because that's a historical place, not only for Black culture, but for Black culinary culture as well. Well, excuse me, Black history, but Black culinary history as well. Mm-hmm. You know, so
the biggest piece about people not understanding and knowing about Dookie Chase was the fact that it's been so immersed in civil rights, and like that is frustrating that people don't know that. But we've been having conversations about the fact that people in Generation X and then the generation right behind them haven't been invested in sharing the information.
Right.
Relying on the schools to share that information. Whereas like my parents, who are silent generation, my parents were born in 1945, they lived it. Like they saw segregation, and saw the transition to integration in that piece. is important because a lot of people my age, especially the people at the end of Generation X, it was like, I mean, that was so long ago, and it's like, it's really not.
It's really not. And I'm thankful to have grandparents and elders in my community who have now become ancestors. Most of them have passed away. But it was very important for them to teach us Black history.
Mhm.
You know, if not, and I'm lucky enough to grow up from a lineage and from a village of people who made Black history. Like I said, my grandfather was the first Black principal in Terrebonne Parish and the first Black interim superintendent of schools in Terrebonne Parish. Mom was the first Black woman council chairperson in Terrebonne Parish. We have a list
Mhm.
of things, you know. So I was always, and even growing up in church, we had elders that we had to learn lift every voice and sing.
Mhm.
Every Black History Month, we had to, know our facts and state them before the church. We had to dress it out, So it was storytelling. It was tradition. It was culture passed down. And I feel like now with this generation, we don't realize that we are the new adults, and it's time for us to pass this information down.
You know, you said a mouthful with that. Some of us have gotten to the point that they feel like they're above it.
Mhm.
They don't need to have those conversations, but we keep repeating the same lessons because we don't have those conversations. It is very frustrating to look at people speak as if not 50 years ago we weren't still fighting for civil rights. We still have not gotten the equal treatments. The rights have not been
Mhm.
realized, but it's like, oh, we good now. No, we asked for equal treatment. We got integration, and that has messed
Yeah.
us up true and through.
And I also feel like a lot of these babies don't understand the severity of what the systems of white supremacy and how deep it really goes.
Yes.
Like even from the music and to the television shows and all that, how it really affects or how it's going to affect the generation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We have the babies like in second and third grade, baddie shot o'clock. They fight on the playground thinking they, Natalie Nunn, because we perpetuate this lifestyle as being something that's popular. We see all these people online, they fight and they get popular. So maybe I'm gonna fight. I need to be the biggest, the baddest, and I need to be confrontational. I need to be nasty. I need to be provocative. I need to be, extra, sexualized and all the things because that's what they see.
It's attention-seeking behaviors of parents that wanted to be noticed, that they're now leaning into their children or being neglectful of their children and what their children are interacting with. And
Mhm.
I'm not gonna blame the kids because who gives them the access?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And being a parent is tough. And it's ghetto here. I tell you no lie. I mean, it takes you from extreme happiness and proud moments to like, what are we doing here? What is happening? Who showed you this?
Yeah.
But being a parent and taking ownership of the behaviors you're displayed versus the behaviors you're demanding, it has to come with some reflection and some self accountability, which a
Mhm.
lot of people are not willing to do. Oftentimes, and especially when I was in the classroom, I don't know where they get that from you,
Or
from you,
or either the lack of you not being there because of all these iPad kids.
right? Or you being like neglect, being neglectful. So I hope that some people will sit with the fact that some of the bad behaviors and bad habits, you either showed them what to do, because that do as I say, not as I do has
Mhm.
never worked.
Never worked because you was always doing the wrong thing.
Yes, if your parents are smoking, what are you gonna do? You're
You
gonna
gonna
smoke.
smoke.
If your parents are drinkers, what are you gonna do? You're gonna drink. If your parents show different behaviors, you are more likely to emulate that.
Mhm.
On the converse, some people are able to make some headway because they look at the behaviors of the people around them and say, you know what, I'm not doing this. I'm going to do something different. However, that's not everybody's story.
Right.
That is definitely not everybody's story. But when we were talking earlier, you said you had some conspiracy theories and some ideas about what's going on and things that are ordained. I don't
Yeah.
think the people thought this thing through. I don't think when they voted, I don't think they thought. No, I think they thought that there was going to be
An exemption.
More consequence for Black people.
Mm-hmm.
But the
Yeah.
Latino people right now, remember we were telling y'all driving while Black, sitting while Black, eating while Black, sleeping while, all of these things now Black. Y'all are finding out. Y'all driving while Latino get you pulled out your car, get you pulled out of the line in the airport, get you harassed and stalked by people. We tried to tell y'all that, and y'all decided we don't do that.
We went through a whole Jim Crow time period. We are well versed in what's going on and what's going to happen and why they're doing this to y'all. We tried to tell y'all, but and then what I think thing that really frustrates me is when the people say, "Oh, I didn't vote for this. I didn't vote." Yes, you did. You voted exactly for this. Everything this man is doing, he told y'all he was going to do. Point blank, out and open. Like you said, you just thought they thought it would be more consequences for us than it would be for other races of people, and not to see when you have all these cattle ranchers in Texas who can't move their livestock.
Yeah.
You have these these farmers who have to burn fields and fields and acres and acres. The construction industry.
Trash.
It's like everything. It was supposed to be pro-America for this and pro-American that, but he's outsourcing the beef from Argentina. When you have cows in America, the soybeans, all these things he's outsourcing, which is causing prices for us to go up, and we're also losing jobs. My thing is this, and this is my question for the people who said that the illegals or the immigrants were taking all the jobs.
Y'all got them but jobs.
Y'all should have all the jobs.
Y'all
if
should
they
have
go.
2, 3, 4 jobs now. Because you said, well, first of all, it was the Blacks, because the DEI was causing y'all to not reach your full potential, because all the Black people with the DEI, we took the jobs. Then Black women definitely took y'all jobs because we went to school, we got the degrees, we got the certifications and all that stuff, but you still called us DEI hires. Now you have all the availability to be able to go and get all of those jobs. You're not qualified for the jobs. You're not interested in doing the jobs that the immigrants were doing. So now we're just sitting here looking stupid. All of us.
Because they never, realistically, they never finished their statement. The illegals are taking all the jobs that they want the Blacks to do.
Yeah, they want our free labor again.
That's what they want.
They want our free labor again.
That's what
they
want.
You can go to hell.
I mean, and they as long as you stay out of prison and out of jail, you will be fine. However, once you step foot in that jail system, you are now a slave.
Well, I heard somebody say what do they call themselves? A unpaid federal worker. That's what I heard somebody say, an unpaid federal worker. So again, free labor.
Yeah, because even when you think about like some of these guys that work at like Angola or some of these bigger prisons, they go to work every day.
For pennies.
Yeah, like
literally pennies.
So one guy did an interview and he was like, basically, some days for free. And they work like in these factories hard, 12-hour days, like, and these factories produce things like, like medicine or, say like a baseball bat making factory. They are all making profit off of free labor.
Yes. And that's an unfortunate reality of being short-sighted, right?
Especially in Louisiana, the most
being
incarcerated state,
impoverished and incarcerated, right? People thought that after COVID, when we got the stimulus checks, we get 2 of them, something like 2, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think I only got 1 or 2.
So then when we came back, and we said, okay, it's time for us to vote again. We had some people who were looking at the opportunity of getting maximum $3,000 and willing to risk it all. And they did just do that. They risked it all.
For $3,000 that you spent the first month that he was in office.
And right now, the cost of gas, the cost of groceries, because y'all said it was all about those things. Eggs too high.
And we haven't even gotten into our hotter months where gas is usually already expensive.
And
in the summertime.
Y'all voted for that portion of it, and now y'all sitting again here looking stupid. Oh, no more wars. What are we in right now?
We're in a war.
We're in a war. We are in what do they call it? An excursion.
We in so much right now.
We in so much, and
the government shut down.
this the thing that really, really tripped me out. The U.S. Treasury's latest financial statement shows the federal government is insolvent, with liabilities nearly 8 times its assets and widening fiscal gap. The report reveals that $47.78 trillion in official liabilities, excluding 88 trillion in
Trillion.
unfunded Social Security and Medicare obligations.
And y'all calling my phone behind a petty loan? Leave me alone.
And in addition to that, we got Hexas spending millions on crab legs. We got Kristen Noem
Yeah.
shooting commercials, $220 million in that. And then Trump has gotten rid of the east wing of the White House to build a ballroom that y'all said we was doging, right? We was going to save the money. Well, it sounds like we bleeding right now. Somebody cut the purse strings.
It's like we're living in a Jordan Peele movie, like real life.
Get out.
Like,
and I want to get out of here.
Jesus. And it's bad when you have third world countries that are also actively at war who feel sorry for us. And it's like, girl, like y'all have
made enough enemies that I really feel like nobody cares about us.
Yeah.
They really don't care about us at all. Jerry, you check the sound? Josh is saying the sound is out. You may have to pop out and jump back in, Josh.
Michael Jackson said they don't really care about us.
Period. And if you ever had an idea on whether or not it is, it's working on. I just checked it, Josh. Jump out and jump back in. They really don't care about their own.
Oh, no.
Because the majority of white people who voted for them,
it's all socioeconomics.
It's pinching them.
It's all about socioeconomics. These people don't understand. We may have the same skin color, but you don't have the same bank account as me. So vote. We need the votes. And what he did was he appeased to the masses of what people really felt, about people of color. Mm-hmm. How y'all really felt about us.
And I'm glad.
Yes.
I'm glad you showed me.
I prefer over than a covert racist.
I'm glad that you are showing exactly who you are, how you feel about people who look like me. I'm all for that. But in that same breath, now that you're crying about the gas prices are too high,
mm-hmm.
you're having difficulty with finding support. I do not care. Because you were okay with things causing harm to me, my family, the people, that
mm-hmm.
I consider friends and whatnot. And so now that we're with that particular piece, listen, enjoy that.
And it's so funny seeing people of color post like they're doing their TikToks and they're posting how they're getting through the economic crisis,
mm-hmm.
and they're posting their struggle meals and they're doing all this, and I was like, isn't that something?
We have always been able to do more.
We've always been resourceful and innovative.
Always been able to do more with less.
Even on the way here, when we hid rice and grains in our braids,
yes.
and
do we want to do more with less? No, but we know how to do.
It's
more
innately
with
already
less.
in us.
And so, with you all struggling to, with every economic issue that we have, you find people who have the most, and they start jumping off of buildings
mm-hmm.
or unaliving themselves because they can't live without convenience.
Yeah.
But it's okay for us to struggle,
mm-hmm.
which is insane to me.
And it's like we work sometimes 2 and 3 times harder than them, even for them to attain their own dreams as workers for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll lose it all, and we will be like, well, I'll find the next thing to do.
I'll figure it out.
That's always been the Black American underlying thought processes. We'll figure it out.
Because stopping is not an option.
It was never even given to us to be considered an option.
Mm-hmm.
To not do.
If you don't hustle and pivot,
listen,
then you're gonna be sad a lot.
Slow feet don't eat.
Come on.
Thank you.
Slow feet don't eat. Let me look into these comments, see what y'all talking about. Josh said them dudes working in Angola for pennies said when they were free, I'll never work at McDonald's, but go to prison and work
for free
doing a harder job. You are absolutely correct. And yes, Cam, there's a hole in the east wing of the White House. And unfortunately, Mark, some slaves bought their freedom for $3,000, and we were willing to sell ours for the same amount. Come on now, come on, because I have had some opposition about, like, yeah, we're gonna vote for him because the economics are gonna improve, and economics gonna be better. When, Sway? How?
How?
When is it coming? When is it going to get better? I don't understand when all of this is supposed to happen. And, you know, I'm not going to forgive the people who voted for Trump, especially with the expectation that things were going to be unfair to people who look like me.
Yes.
I'm not going to forgive the people who voted independent. And I'm damn sure not forgiving y'all who stayed home instead of showing up to actually vote. Because that's how it got in. People stayed at home. People stayed at their house.
Stayed home.
Because if you look at the number of votes, the popular vote was not leaning toward him. It was who showed up.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like putting him against a black woman was already like, setting him up to y'all and who's going to be. Because black women notoriously have been on the bottom of the totem pole in America.
Every time.
But also the most used, the most propagated against. It's like every baseline in America is based with a black woman. Whether even from chattel slavery, you raised their children, you taught them, how
we still teaching them how to wash themselves.
It's always been the black feminine power that was the lead. Even on the plantation, you had the mammy, quote unquote mammy. Her job was to keep the slaves, to keep the house in order. Even the mistress, the wife of the actual owner, the black woman did more work for her house than she did for her own house.
Exactly.
So black feminine power has always been the leading force in America to keep us running, but we never respected it.
And now they're mad because the girls won't have sex with them.
Yeah.
They're very sad about it. The birth rate has gone down because people are opting not to have children. People are opting to have one and done, or people are just opting not to have kids at all. And I'm not mad, right? I always wanted to be a mom because I loved my mom and I couldn't wait to do it, right? But if my daughter said, you know what, I'm good, I don't really want to, I'm going to just raise dogs, I'm not mad.
Right.
I'm not mad at it because the expectation on women in general, but particularly the expectation of black women, you hate us, you want to have sex with us, but you don't really like us. And so now that generations of women have gotten to the point that they're not going to be the maid, mattress, and mule for ingrates anymore. Like, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it.
It's like, how dare you not let me punch you in the face anymore?
Yeah. And people say go to hell, and I support it. Right on. You're listening to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Partly cloudy skies, highs 80 to 85 degrees. We could have a couple of mornings of some patchy fog. And then for tonight, 61 to 64 degrees. For your Thursday, highs 80 to 85 once again. We could break some records on Friday. Then a cold front moves in just in time for the weekend, dropping our temperatures for Saturday and Sunday to the mid-70s. No real rain in sight. We could have a sprinkle for today. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Missed a show? Want to hear that guest everyone's talking talking about? WBOK is now streaming on all your favorite podcast apps. Just search WBOK Media, hit download, share with a friend, and don't forget to rate your favorite shows 5 stars. Because when our voices are heard, our impact grows.
The Historic New Orleans Collection presents a new exhibition open through June 7th, 2026. The Trail They Blazed. Built collaboratively with people who participated in the local civil rights movement, The Trail They Blazed presents stories of social and racial justice straight from the people who lived them. Listen to leaders tell their stories of resistance and persistence in their own voices, recorded by the Historic New Orleans Collection. Plan your visit to 520 Royal Street in the French Quarter and reserve your free tickets at hnoc.org today.
Come celebrate the history, legacy, and culture of the African diaspora with the Congo Squares Rhythm Festival presented by the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation on March 28th and 29th in Louis Armstrong Park. Don't miss 2 full days of live musical performances featuring Chawa, Zigaboo Modaliste, Big Sam's Funky Nation, and many, many more. A variety of food vendors, handmade works of art, and the return of the highly anticipated Class Got Brass competition. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, visit CongoSquareRhythms.com.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. Here's how it works. 1. Call to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. 2. Our design experts come to you with real samples to customize your dream bath. 3. Our certified installers complete the transformation in as little as 1 day. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-981-8177. That's 800-981-8177. Call 800-981-8177 right now before the offer ends.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree.
And it's your boy, Joe Jackson.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared.
Hey, Jared.
It is hopping up in here, and y'all are hopping in these comments. Let's see what y'all are talking about in here. Yeah, Cam said there's a hole in the east wing of the White House, which is insane. Because we all remember y'all, well, not y'all, but y'all. They were excited about Doge and the Doge Bros. And the Doge Bros have been brought in for questioning because they got rid of funding for programs that are critical for people to continue on with school and, you know, things that way. And things looking real ghetto around here. And not necessarily for us. Things are uncomfortable because I tell you, the cost of gas is stressing me out.
Listen, every day, well, I haven't been able to drive the last week thanks to the city of New Orleans. So I haven't worried about gas in 7 days.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I see the prices of gas going up, and I drive a diesel truck.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you.
And that's usually the cheaper gas, but not right now.
Not right now. Not right now at all.
But usually it's the cheaper.
It depends on what you are. Sometimes it's more expensive than about the same price as Supreme.
Okay.
You know, some places.
But that is insane. Okay, so Cam said, who owns TikTok? I don't know. Who owns TikTok now? I know somebody in America owns it.
So I'm assuming it's Mark Zuckerberg who owns Facebook.
Did he buy it? I know it was.
Tom?
I don't know. I didn't keep up with the merger. I just knew it was gonna be trash once they switched it over.
I figured Meta had bought it because when after the whole exchange, some people were logged out like I was, and then when we logged back in, they gave us the option to be able to link our Facebooks and our TikToks.
Oh.
And that was an option at first.
Okay.
So people were like, maybe, Meta had to have bought it.
Yeah.
Which is why you notice your algorithm is a little different than what it usually
So
usually
I've been
is.
off TikTok since they were having the debate in the round and round about who needed to own it and whatnot. Because once I started seeing the weird changes in the algorithm, I was over it. I don't think it's Chinese owned anymore. Remember, they had to sell it to an American company. That was part of the reason why they wanted to disconnect the algorithm or whatever. I don't think it's owned by China anymore. And then trying to think of the Facebook had logged us out for a little bit because they do these weird updates, and I'm careful about that because I don't want to start using passwords for things that are important to me because I feel like they're always watching.
So this is just me being a conspiracy theorist and watching everything again. Every year for every retrograde, to me, every Mercury retrograde, one of those sites go down. And whether it's for a full day or whether it's for a full 2 days, one of them goes down. And I always feel like it's like a social experiment. The same way I feel like it's a social experiment with the whole airport. Like with us having to wait for so long, it's going to make people the same way they made us stay inside after COVID. It was like, like even though we were allowed to go back outside, people are now more. They want to be inside. They want to DoorDash. They want to Instacart. It's less human interaction. With the airport, I feel like they're facing us in not wanting to fly in the air or regulated because they want to privatize like the TSA.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I haven't thought that closely about how and what the reason is, other than the fact that they are not concerned about paying the people who are doing the job. It's a bullying tactic to frustrate people. I think that the fact that ICE is now and Homeland Security is now in the airports and the National Guard, it is to cause people to get so frustrated so that they can implement martial law. I think that's what the overall goal is.
Yes.
Is to get people so mad that they are going to have a justification to implement martial law, which I think has been the goal all the while. And a lot of people, white people, Latino people, who decided that they just could not vote for the black lady with the laugh, are now, I don't know, some of them are reconsidering. I know I heard this one lady, she said she voted for Trump 3 times.
3 times.
And she said
Now she crying.
she said I'm the idiot, I guess. No, I guess.
Yeah.
You are
no
the
guessing.
idiot because he definitely told you what it was that he was going to do. And then the Latinos for Trump, y'all.
I will vote for Donald Trump.
I mean, y'all gotta be sitting looking at each other like, did we make the right choice? Because you othered yourselves from your own people. You like, yes, I think getting the illegals is out. But when you find out the illegals was your grandparents or the illegals were your parents that are now being hunted, you gotta be feeling some kind of goofy right now.
And that all goes back to that needing that proximity to whiteness. Oh, well, we good over here. No, you're not. No, you're not. We're the good ones. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're still one of the ones.
Again, if you look at the black people who have done that, what was the politicians? I just saw a picture of them. Byron Donalds is one of them. All 40s. Tim Scott, Clarence Thomas, and I can't remember his name. All of y'all sitting around looking stupid. He has not endorsed y'all.
Won't even acknowledge y'all.
Hello, Mark Robinson.
Let alone endorse. He won't even acknowledge you.
He is not paying attention to y'all at all. And the fact that we still have black people who are willing to get on their knees to be pat on the head to get a couple $100, like y'all is the $5 hoes of the bunch.
And sometimes it's not even for $5. It's just to be perceived as being in the room of. So we can look at them as, so they can feel like they're better than us, other blacks who are not in the room. quote
I'm
unquote.
better than what though? Because at the end of it all, you're gonna still call me the hard R. I'm not better than anything.
At the end of the day, you're in the room and people walking all over you and don't even see you. So
Especially them ones that were at the White House. I forgot what event that was. This one particular boy who definitely needs braces. He was like, Trump. I was like, and where are you now? And
Still needing braces.
Are you profiting off of this at all? I did see one TikToker who said he got like $30,000 off of faking a funk as a Trump supporter. But the rest of some of them really believe what they talking.
And it's funny to see the people that like in California and like the lower states that's closer to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
See them, they voted for Donald Trump, but y'all still go across the border every week to get your teeth done, to go get your doctor's appointments, to go get these cheaper surgeries. Like, it's literally people that they line up at the border every week because they have, it's cheaper to get your dental implants and dental work and all that. Healthcare in general. Prescription pills, all that.
Canada and Mexico, yes.
But
it is cheaper.
But they'll vote for Donald Trump, and you have to literally go to a country that you have vilified. So just to be taken care of
by the people who say you want to keep out. That's crazy.
Isn't that ironic?
That's just like when Miss Sealy said next time I put a little sugar every drink. For real, like you going over to get services for people who you mean harm.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. If you are of a certain age, you should not go to sleep in the house with people who you have done harm to, because you may not wake up. And those Americans, actual citizens that have been talking about, oh, I don't want the Mexicans. Keep the Mexicans out. Y'all the same ones upset, sad, because those same Mexicans have abandoned your farms. They've abandoned your fields. They've abandoned production for you. They're not here. Matter of fact, in the city, it's difficult to find line runners, cooks, servers, because all the people who were doing a job that you said they were taking from you, y'all not even willing to go fill. Mm-hmm. And on that, you listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. West Bloomfield, Michigan leaders are honoring the more than 600 first responders who rushed into Temple, Israel during this month's attack. Township Supervisor Jonathan Warshay.
These individuals, including members of West Bloomfield's police and fire departments, ran into the unknown to protect and defend the lives of children and adults inside the building.
Over 100 were treated for smoke inhalation. LA Mayor Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt skipped Monday night's mayoral debate as expected. The forum featured Nithya Raman, Ray Hyung, and Adam Miller, hosted by housing and transit advocates. Mayor Bass cited a scheduling conflict. And NBA YoungBoy is covering funeral costs for Black 10-year-old Kimani Thomas, who was accidentally shot in a Baton Rouge, Louisiana Sonic parking lot. Her mother thanked the rapper publicly, saying she's grateful for his support during the family's tragedy. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. what New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree.
And it's your boy, Joe Jackson.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared. And I wanted to share some information. Thank you, Kim. TikTok is still partly owned by a Chinese tech company. Meta does not own TikTok.
Okay.
As of January 2026, TikTok is owned 80% by an American investor consortium, with the Chinese portion owning 20%. There's that. Yeah, it's people. Yeah, people stupid. Anyway, people are diabolical is what they are, and the unfortunate reality is that anytime you're making plans to advance yourself by causing harm to other people, you gotta know the pendulum is going to swing the other way. It is never only going to hit one target that you're aiming at. What you put out will definitely come back to you. So make your moves kind of soft. Be bold, but don't be emboldened to cause other people harm, because for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, and it may not be what you think it is, and it may not hit who you and cause harm to who you think you're trying to cause harm to. You may end up sitting in what's happening there. So I need you guys to, for sure, start paying attention to your actions, because not enough people are, I don't know, everything is me.
Yeah, and I feel like, especially with this culture of people now, like we lost the sense of village, we lost the sense of community, we lost the sense of what it is to actually be a friend with COVID and stuff. Like, everybody was just so, we couldn't even mourn people who had passed away. So I feel like that made people more reclusive and more focused on self, which I would think would be the opposite when we have been taking something away, like, as friendship, togetherness, community, that we would be willing
gravitate
to
towards.
Yeah.
Actually, I do think we have a culture of people who want to build
Oh, yeah,
community,
yeah.
right? What we have to stop doing is trying to force people who are expressly showing you that they don't. Because oftentimes with us, we want everybody to come along, and when we see that people don't want to, then all right, go ahead.
Let them go.
You go handle that on your own. No problem. I hate to see that happen. I don't like that, but it is what it is, honestly.
And I also feel like people have all these self-diagnosed mental illnesses now as an excuse not to go out and make friends or be out in public or go out to have conversations about them being their all this social anxiety, and they have all this other fidgety, the nerves bad diseases and all that. Half your nerves are not bad. Y'all socially awkward, and that's just that.
And social awkwardness is more common than not. Social anxiety is more common than not. But I think my age group, we didn't get the
benefit,
the luxury of, you don't have to go and maneuver and figure out people. I find myself saying to teenagers and young adults, put your phone down, go talk to humans. Go talk to humans, because a part of, I think, the issue with communication is not just words, it's body language. And you can't see somebody's body language if you're not interacting with actual humans.
Not just saying that. Now that's probably the reason why so many people can't read a room or can't read energy. Or can't, I have a lack of self-awareness.
This is only going to tell you, this meaning your phone is only going to tell you words. It's not going to give you, what's the word? It's not going to give you the variances of body language.
Expressions.
I read tone when I read text messages or I read posts. And I often read it in the people's voices that I know. Most of the times I'm right, but I can't just stop there at the words. If it's something that I need to know, I need to ask, like, okay, well, explain to me what exactly you meant by that. And then everybody takes things so doggone personally all the time. And I'm guilty of that too. But oftentimes when you do take things personally, it's often not what the person was doing to you, it's what the person was dealing with. but how they've dealt with it with you or connection with you is also frustrating. Yeah, because watch how you talking to me.
Watch how you talking to me.
Don't talk to me like I'm your child. Don't talk to me like I'm slow. And we're gonna be all right. And don't talk to me like I owe you nothing.
Right.
Because some people, the entitlement of it all is a lot. It is too much. And some people get a pass because they'll smile or giggle at the end of an insult. But no, I'm gonna need you to fix what you're talking about because I heard what you're saying and I know how I felt.
And I just was talking about this with one of my friends. We were talking about interpretation of dreams, and she was like, she wanted why she reacts differently in her dreams than she would in real life. I said because your spirit was offended. Your flesh may not have picked it up, but if somebody says something that you think that that your spirit knew, like they laughed, and it was a joke, but you meant that.
Yeah,
you meant that
because people like to cover
what
they meant to say. That passive aggressive stuff. No, say what you said. Matter of fact, say it again, because I don't exactly, understand what you're trying to say. And for me, you're gonna need to say it with your chest. Don't be tiptoeing around it. Go ahead and say what you want. Say what you mean.
I'm just grateful that I grew up around people who were always quick-minded, and had to deal with microaggressions from non-blacks, in a position. So I was always taught to catch everything and deal with it right then and there. Wait a minute, what you mean? Matter of fact, my favorite microaggression video is the Patti LaBelle video when she was on the Tyra Banks show.
Okay.
And she was with this white lady who was giving Tyra a cupcake recipe, and it just happens to be Dan Snyder's wife. That's the owner of Papa John's.
Yes, I know he's talking
about. And it was a cupcake liner around the cupcake. So Patty was like, "This is paper on the cupcake." So she was showing them basically, I'm not eating the paper. I'm eating a cupcake. And then so the lady was like, "Yeah, that's paper. Don't eat the paper." And Patty was like, the whole time she just on the side making faces and doing it. So Tyra was like, "Patty, what's going on?" She was like, "Well, she said, basically explaining what's going on." And it was so condescending to where, why would you even think that I would eat paper? And Patty, she was like, "No, we're on live and there's paper on the cupcake, so I'm showing the audience that there's paper on it." And the white lady was just like, "Oh, okay."
No, because you were trying to mansplain or white-splain to me as if I don't have good sense at my big age.
Not to eat the paper around the cupcake.
At my big age.
And I'm older than you.
That is oftentimes, we have people in our community who do and make little slick remarks like that, and I want you to stand on it. Say
Always.
It with your chest. Say it with your chest. Don't whisper it. Don't use innuendo.
And
Say
don't laugh when I ask you to.
Right. No. Come on back here and say what you meant, because we're all grown here. And how you feel is how you feel. But don't throw your brick, hide your hand. Don't try and cover your insult and laughter, because I picked up on what you were trying to say. Now, we could go there because I'm always willing, to have a quick round and round. We're not going to keep going, because if you keep going, I'm going to say that thing that's going to make you real mad. But yeah, no, stop trying to one, outshine other people in a space that you can't. Or if you can do it, just do it. I don't have to come with all the words.
Just do it.
Just do it. All right, what y'all talking about in these comments? T Green said it's partly owned by Larry Ellison, who owns Oracle Computer Company, who is a big donor and whose son got the Paramount deal over Netflix. I mean,
see, you have to.
Some of y'all want to align yourselves with people who have wealth and are awful people. We have to get over that money ideation. I can't say it. Idolation. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Josh said, I just saw that video like 45 seconds ago. Patty was really controlled in that morning. Right, because I know she wanted to say, which would it be?
What you mean?
Who is you talking to?
Who eat paper?
Why would I eat the paper? I saw it.
I was so glad Patty clocked her in that moment and did not let it slide.
I'm sick of Tyra Banks though.
Oh, listen, that documentary.
I'm so disgusted with
her. I mean, I am, and I'm not, to be honest. Because at the time, it was great TV. It was entertaining when she made that white girl dressed up in blackface and the black girl dressed up as a white woman. I cackled for 3 days and 3 nights. Because who idea was this? Who idea was this?
My issue with her is it started with the idea of exposing multiple people to the modeling industry.
Mhm.
I appreciate that. But it was messy.
And
Very
it was also
messy.
the opposite. It had the opposite effect.
Yeah.
Only
Only a few of them.
Only a few of them.
Right. Either got enough recognition to be able to function, like Takara is a name, Eva,
Mhm.
Marcel, Yaya DaCosta. We remember her. Trying to think of some of the other. I can't remember a whole lot of others. I know there were others, but the issues that they had, and some of that was orchestrated. Like, what was your overall goal again? Was it to get ratings? And then we found out after a while,
Mhm.
she played people that were on her team, and she ended up getting played.
Mhm.
And that piece, like, you cannot
You
win.
thought you
when
had
move dirty.
the complexion for the protection.
And all of them ended up
Mhm.
kind of falling short and falling out with her. And some I take with a grain of salt, because some of the things that were happening, as long as it wasn't happening to you,
Mhm.
you were okay with this. And we're talking about the documentary from America's Next Top Model, speaking about Tyra Banks.
And I also think it's important to understand that these people don't have their own shows. The only person who has their own shows is Tyler Perry as a black person, because he has his own studio.
Mm-hmm.
Any other TV show that you see is they may put a face on it, but they don't own it.
Mm-hmm.
The network owns it, which is why they were able to fire her from America's Next Top Model, which we thought was
her show.
Which was her show.
Well, we thought.
But you don't own this. We own the rights to the name and all the likenesses and all the things. So see you later.
Yeah.
You're also a worker as well.
We have to start paying attention to who we're investing in to put forward our stories. People who are coalition builders, okay, fine. But make sure they are for the community and not just for the enrichment of themselves before y'all start inviting people to cookout. The invitations are done. Stop looking at things that these people do and saying, oh, yeah, y'all can come to the cookout.
They can't.
No. Oh, they can sing. Look at Pink. Turned out to be a what? Trump supporter. Carrie Underwood. Big up to her.
You
Turned
can
out to
even-
be a Trump supporter.
Miley Cyrus.
Hello?
Her daddy was Billy Ray Cyrus. Come on, that's the hillbilly mascot.
But he seems to be more left-leaning than she is.
I'll say this. Some of them, like Billy Ray Cyrus, know how to play the game.
Being quiet.
And then don't say nothing.
But I want you to be loud and proud. I want you to say it with your chest, so that when the pendulum swings the other way and they're like, oh, why we can't invite it? No, you already showed me what your colors were, and I'm good on you.
I'm good on all of it.
Yeah, it's insane what it is that we're seeing happening in the news. I don't know if you saw this. The U.S. Army has increased the max age to enlist to 42, and also has changed the marijuana conviction rule. What that sound like? Used to be 35.
So, what 42-year-old y'all know is about to get out there and fight?
I want everybody who voted for that man to get up.
Yeah, y'all go first.
You and your kids.
Y'all go first.
Take you and your kids.
You, your children, and matter of fact, put a vest on the dogs too. Send all them same dogs y'all sticked on us in the 60s and 70s. Put a vest on. Send them dogs too. All them German shepherds and that's the thing. See, back in the day, they had the police dogs. See, now black folks got pit bulls. That's the difference.
But they're so dangerous. Oh my God, they're so dangerous. The pit bulls.
That's the difference. And I'm not just talking about. I'm not just talking about dogs either.
Say more.
I'm not just talking about dogs either.
Say more.
Because like they know now we have footing to fight back. We've always had the strength to fight back, but we didn't have the knowledge or the collective. The willpower was always there. Even with the civil rights movement. The fire was always there to do so, but you also had a larger collective of people who are scared, who are scared to start a revolution, who are scared to and I feel like now that's what they've done all their work for us to circle back for them to be back scared.
All right. So listen to this. This is according to People. U.S. Army increases max enlistment age to 42, changes marijuana conviction rule. What you need to know is that the U.S. Army raises maximum enlistment age, aligning with other military branches, including the Air Force and Coast Guard. The change applies to those who want to enlist in the regular Army, the Army National Guard, and the Army Reserves. Recruits with a single marijuana possession conviction can now enlist without a waiver under the revised policy. So, on March 20th, the Army announced a revised Army Regulation 601210 that the maximum age to enlist is 42, effective April 20th. Previously, the maximum age was 35 to enlist in the regular Army, the National Guard, and the Army Reserves. The minimum age limits remains at 18 or 17 with parental permission. The revised regulation also permits recruits to enlist if they have a single marijuana possession, drug paraphernalia possession conviction without a waiver. This sounds awful because it sounds like with this conflict or what did that man call it? Excursion that's going on. He's about to start calling not just the 18-year-olds in the draft, all the way up to 42. They're coming for y'all too. And I want y'all who voted for him and y'all who stayed at home to go first.
Can you imagine being 42 years old and your back hurt every morning going to regular work? You don't go fight in a war overseas?
At 42, you planning on retirement. You're looking at like how many years you have left to do a job. But at 42, they're talking about shipping y'all out. You can still sign up. And the way the government is insolvent right now, who you work for that's not paying people?
And where all the Proud Boys at? All of them. All the Cajun, not Cajun, yeah, not them.
But the KKKs.
Not them. Yeah, them.
The hard R's, the Knights of whatever they call themselves.
Yeah,
all them. Where y'all at?
Go fight for America that y'all love so much. This y'all land. This y'all,
it's your country.
that y'all
go
built.
Defend it. Go defend it. Go. And go now.
And I also think that it's ironic the reason why slavery even ended in the South. And here we are back again. It's like, the immigrants were their blacks, how we were in civil rights. The reason why the South lost was because they didn't implement their minority into the war, right? I feel like the minorities that were in the South were not being implemented in a way that could impact the economy where it was conducive to everybody. It was only conducive to white conservatives or white business owners who
those white wealthy men.
Yes.
Because women weren't able to own property.
Yes.
So all of that, again, white wealthy. Some of y'all are wasting your whiteness because you broke, your teeth are missing, and you still supporting people who are not supporting you.
And a lot of y'all are holding on to this with middle class. Y'all, according to the United States, a lot of y'all are lower, if not the lowest class, depending on your income per year.
Right.
I want to say like now to be considered middle class is what? It's like 100 and something thousand. Like it's six figures.
It's middle.
Yeah, it's middle class.
That used to be
upper class.
Yeah, because 50, 60 used to be middle.
I want to say now is you have to make six figures in order to be considered
middle class.
Middle class.
Yes, indeed. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Hey New Orleans, don't miss Conversations with Ron Richardson this Saturday, March 28th, live from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. We're thrilled to have Miss Ari Booth. Ari is an HR talent strategist and author of the book Navigate and Thrive Beyond Dysfunctional Leadership. Ms. Booth is also a Global 40 Under 40 Award nominee. She is also the Director of Strategy for Heart and Hands NOLA, a nonprofit organization here in New Orleans. Tune in to WBOK 1230 a.m. or stream worldwide at WBOK1230.com for an impactful conversation. And remember, healing and recovery start with you.
Good Wednesday morning. I'm Daryl Forgis with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. A suspect is behind bars after an hours-long standoff with police in the St. Roch neighborhood. The entire square block of North Galvez Street was blocked off for nearly 5 hours last night as the alleged armed suspect barricaded himself in a home with several others needing to be evacuated. Now, we do know he was wanted in connection with 2 shootings and an aggravated assault with a firearm charge. We're told other people in the home with the suspect told police he was inside. Thankfully, no one was injured. All right, it's official. 2 New Orleans high schools will be merging. That's the final decision from the New Orleans School Board. Frederick Douglass High School students will be merging with John F. Kennedy High. District leaders say it's an effort being made due to low enrollment, but it's causing controversy as some neighbors and alumni are against it. Because of the government shutdown, Delta Airlines is temporarily suspending some specialty services for Congress members. That includes airport escorts and redcoat services. Delta said representatives will be treated the same as all other passengers, and that the suspension is due to a strain on resources because of the government shutdown. Delta reservations lines for members of Congress still remain open. And the Pelicans are officially eliminated from postseason contention after a loss to the New York Knicks last night. It was a back-and-forth affair with rookie Jeremiah Fears scoring 20 points in 21 minutes. But in the end, the stars of the New York Knicks took over. Tomorrow, the Pels are in Detroit to face the Pistons at 6 p.m. I'm Daryl Forgis, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
Come celebrate the history, legacy, and culture of the African diaspora with the Congo Squares Rhythm Festival presented by the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation on March 28th and 29th in Louis Armstrong Park. Don't miss 2 full days of live musical performances featuring Chawa, Zigaboo Modaliste, Big Sam's Funky Nation, and many, many more. A variety of food vendors, handmade works of art, and the return of the highly anticipated Class Got Brass competition. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, visit CongoSquareRhythms.com.
The Ron Kelly Show. Real talk, bold truth. Tune in for your weekly dose of unapologetic conversations that don't dodge the truth or dilute the message. Stay informed on the issues that matter most on The Ron Kelly Show. Every Monday at 7 p.m. on WBOK 1230 a.m.
This is The Law and Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
When it comes to family planning, should you go with a will or a trust?
A will is like leaving instructions to the court. It tells them who gets what, but your family still has to go through a succession, which can be costly and time-consuming.
A trust, on the other hand, avoids court altogether. So when the time comes, everything transfers smoothly to your loved ones.
It's a little more work up front, but way less hassle and expense later. Plan smart, save time, and take care of your family.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree.
And it's your boy, Joe Jackson.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared, getting us moving with a little crisscross, huh?
Okay.
Crisscross. Lord have mercy, wearing your clothes backwards. You remember those days?
Listen, I had my drawers on backwards the other day whenever I was running outside chasing after the tow truck to get my dog on trot.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. Boy, I haven't heard crisscross in a long time, but that was good to hear. Warm it up, Chris. I love it. So it's hump day.
Yes.
And I don't or hadn't been able to do a whole lot of stuff at night because raising kids does not allow for that. But tonight I'm going to karaoke. Have you heard of Biosocial?
No.
On Claiborne? It's only been there like 3 months. And so tonight there's going to be karaoke. I think it starts between 7:30 and 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
But DJ Kobe is going to be out there.
Now, is it fun karaoke or is it some real singers? Because I hate going to karaoke and there be people who really know how to sing. They be there.
Right now it's just karaoke.
Okay, all right. All the real singers, y'all stay in the back. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get up there and be Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston. This is for people to have fun.
I mean, sometimes after hearing a couple flats and sharps, you need somebody to write your
Right.
Like, ooh,
yeah, give me one or two good singers, but I don't want
the
no
whole thing.
I don't want no concert. I'm just not no competition. Yeah, but having fun.
Exactly. 504-582-9422. What up, Josh?
Wow, what's happening?
Wow, what's up? What's popping? I needed that one for real.
Yeah, I know.
For real.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Chilling. Just calling in on topic, but for as the war and drafting, we would need a lot of people getting killed before they implement a draft. So if the one we had prior to him with George Bush didn't institute a draft, this wouldn't. I think that draft thing may be over with for the foreseeable future.
I don't know because we really don't have a high enlistment. People not going to the military like that.
Yeah, they're not going in there like that. Now I think in the next 20 years, the military is trying to eliminate the whole human experience by bringing war with robots and robotics.
I mean, I'll take that rather than sending my kids.
Oh yeah. Well, you will always have a pool of people that need the military because poverty is purposely driven in America because that's ensure that you have a military. When folks know that the only way they go eat or earn decent money is by going into a military, that's going to be first option for the severe poor.
I understand that, but my issue is this, right? Because my husband is a vet, my dad was a vet as well, and many of my family members. Going into the military was an opportunity for people to go to school, to own property, to figure out what it is that they want to do with their lives, for the long haul. But right now, threatening people with military action and actually causing the military action to send current servicemen, and then additionally to increasing the age, that's a lot. That's a lot, and it doesn't feel as if any good is going to come of that.
Maybe he could be throwing those folks a bone too, because they lead the population in this country, and they don't have they losing their jobs, and they don't have the necessary skills to transfer over to the new tech world. So he got to give them out. Yeah, 42 years old to join the military. We go give you a safe space there.
That is crazy.
That's what I can see for that, because America is dumbing down. They're not improving America's smarts. They're improving the Americans' unintelligence.
Literally that. Literally that.
Driven. That's purposely done. You want a dumb society, that way you can control it better.
Exactly.
And that's obvious with what we're seeing right now.
Oh, most definitely. And you go continue seeing that.
Which is why
This country used to lead the world in industrial stuff, also in technology. Not top cheerleader, but it was one of the leaders of the world in this, and all that stuff then fell by the wayside.
Yeah, we're not in a good place. We're not showing up good as a unit right now.
No. They don't, and that's, like I said, it's perfectly. Everything is perfectly driven. Like now, they don't really want folks to afford homes per se, because they don't want you in their neighborhoods. That's why they got this big apartment push now. You see, where they always building
high rises,
never building new housing, but you always seeing new apartments, new condominiums, and stuff like that. That's to protect the people that care property value.
But also, it's allowing for corporate owners of housing to keep driving those prices up, and it's the money maker for them. Which is, I mean, the cost of a house now versus the cost of the house like in the 80s has taken such a
leap, like
several football fields of a leap.
Our housing price is supposed to move up when income move up. It's not supposed to move up prior to that. And income hasn't moved up, but housing has leaped so high up.
I really feel like as though COVID was used to usher in this whole all this. It wasn't just about the disease, about the sickness. It was about dumbing us down. It's about having us to where we have to depend on the government in some kind of facet. It was about like I said, the whole social anxiety, giving people, like everybody has something wrong with them nowadays. It's like all those things were stacked.
Have had stuff that's wrong with them, but how it was dealt with was different, right? I as a person who, 1, academically gifted, 2, definitely ADHD, 3, obstinate defiant. All of those things, I can show you places in my life that I've been that way, right? But as an adult or even as a teenager, I also understood I was making a choice in some situations, because some of that is controlled. And what I have tried to explain to the parents of students that I've taught is, they may have this condition, but this is elected behavior. There's a difference between the two. So don't give me that they are throwing stuff because of ADHD. No, that's not. That's not. That is unregulated nervous system. That is unregulated emotional intelligence. And there are things you can do to combat that. Yeah, but if you're just using that as the reason of why the kid is doing, you and your kid can go to hell.
And I also feel like some of those important years with them, those 4 or 5 years, they didn't have. So they don't know how to socialize, because I was at home with my mama stuck for COVID. So I don't know how to act, in public or read social cues.
Because you're not around people.
Right, because you're not around people.
Now you're around people and
you don't know what to do.
And you have been allowed to be so self-centered that you're not paying attention to what's going on with other people.
Right.
Yeah. Nor do you care to do that.
Exactly. Nor do you care, because you're not having to talk to and engage with humans.
Exactly.
You can just talk and engage with
Chat
this
GPT.
machine. Because people are constructing entire conversations around Chat GPT.
In those formative years, hell, I was watching The Youngest Restless with my mama babysitter, so I wasn't around my peers and nothing like that. So I don't know if that's a good excuse.
But you were still with a human.
I was with a human. Yeah, I was with a human.
That makes a difference. If you are having a debate, or trying to figure out the outcome of the debate and using Chat GPT versus actually running the conversation by somebody else, you're getting no human interaction there, and you're going robotic.
No interaction at all.
Yeah, and ChatGPT scares me.
Okay. I don't use it. I don't know what to use it for, because I'm like, I know some stuff now.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to use it for. Like, I'm just so condescending to ChatGPT. Like, I knew that, bro. Come on, chill. Like, I don't really I don't have a need for it. Now, had I been in school with, that LEAP test would not have been a problem. I'm a ChatGPT, this whole LEAP test.
But I still have not been able to not use my own executive function to figure things out yet.
Right.
I don't want to give that to something else.
Because you know how to, because you understand the use of it. These kids don't understand the need to use that. They don't understand. They don't put themselves in that predicament, and when they do, they fail miserably.
Yeah,
So
I think as a community and as humanity, we really need to start leaning into other humans because at some
you
point
want to see
this is
that,
gonna go
you need
down,
to,
and then what
you
y'all
need to
gonna
start
do?
telling these teachers to
How we go
tell these
barter?
kids
How we
to
go
put
talk?
on.
How we communicate?
We need to tell these teachers to start telling kids again, put on your thinking caps. When the last time someone said that to a kid? Put your thinking caps on.
I said it earlier this week to a ninth grader.
Well,
She laughed.
you are one of the few. You are one of the few. They don't have enough people telling you, "Ooh, I used to hate that thinking cap. Boy, that thinking cap used to be so." I never knew where to find mine. I never knew where to find it. It was just so confusing.
You found yours now, so much so that you're engaging in reading books and everything.
I needed it 30 years ago, though, Kimber.
It's not too late. It's never too late.
But everyone says that.
It's never too late.
It's not like now I'm like what your man said. My back hurt. I use all that energy just to get up out the day. I don't want to add more to that. I don't add more, Kimber. So I just want to live my life.
I get it.
And also, I saw Jay-Z saying this GQ interview. He was commenting on the rap battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, and how it's getting out of hand, it's getting personal. I'm like, ain't you the kettle that called the pot black, bruh? You the same dude that made a diss song about Nas and how you had sex in his baby mama's vehicle.
Yikes.
Next to the baby seat.
Well,
don't get mad at these. These are your flowers. These are y'all flowers. Y'all produce these new nowadays rappers, and now you like, I hate to see it. I like you to have, like you said, take ownership first. Say that I may have messed this up for these dudes.
Yep.
That'll be too costly for their egos, Josh, because then if we get them to acknowledge that and the damage that they've done through their music there, they also have to acknowledge the misogyny and misogynoir. And now that the women who they were calling witches and pros at one time are now empowering themselves to use the words for themselves to monetize and also talk about the shortcomings of the men that they're dealing with. They don't like that.
Yeah, I guess not. But I'm like, have ownership of this. Don't pass the buck. Judge it now that you're clear and free from it. Call it what it is. Because that was his generation of rappers that actually started out the hardcore battling. LL Cool J and Kumo D, they battled each other over each other's skill set. It was never personal. It was a skill set. But when Tupac came and he started doing what he did to Biggie, and then you got all these other rappers doing what they're doing, that generation personalized it. So don't come on and act like I don't know where this come from. Nah, bro, own it.
Yeah.
You did this.
But that's going to have to go back so many generations of people owning their stuff. I don't know if we'll ever get there.
No, like I'm still waiting for Jada Pinkett to own the fact that she had got that little boy booty.
You disgusting, yeah. Get off my phone.
You don't want. I'm gonna get Jada Pinkett in court one of these days, Kimber.
Get off my line, Josh. Good evening.
She's going to court, Kimber. And you play that crisscross song too. That did it for me right there.
Get off.
That did.
Get off my line.
You know certain words. You know certain things trigger me when I hear. If I hear Jazz Fest, you know what I do.
Yes, I know. And it's coming up again. So make sure that you are prepared for yourself to come here. Graylin said he will get you your tickets.
I'm not falling for that twice. No. You ain't getting me twice. You ain't getting me twice. So, but that's all I had to say.
All right, Josh.
Thank you for giving me time like Elwin.
Good
have a good day.
See you. All right, later. Hilarious. Josh is always with the Swiss. But yeah, I was telling you about karaoke. That's tonight. It starts I think 7:30, 8 o'clock. I'm gonna go to there. It's down the street from the old Bottom Line.
Okay.
It's right in that area.
Yeah.
It's really a nice place. I've been there 4 times. The food is consistent. That matters to me. And
speaking of food,
yes.
This weekend we had the No Secret Sesh car show.
Okay.
It was Cushion Cars. Shout out to No Secret Sesh. I'm your resident host. Each and every Monday goes down for the No Secret Sesh. This month's theme was cushion cars, and we had all the hottest cars in the city. We were live at Philly John's, like a Philly cheesesteak pop up.
Where's that?
It's in the East,
Okay.
off of Chef.
Okay.
But there were also a bunch of different vendors. One of them was, I think, called Mud Bugs. There was a girl, I want to say called Get Your Roll On. She had egg rolls. It was a bunch of different foods that I wasn't supposed to be eating, but I was stressed out, so I was stress eating. Yes, I ate a little bit of everything. Sunday, it was definitely a great event. Y'all follow the Nola Secret Sesh page and stay tuned with all our secret sessions. And also, yesterday was Tiny Tattoos and Tacos at Ink XO. It's a new tattoo shop. Uptown. It's 8300 Apple Street. It's right off of Earhart. Shout out to Scooby and the whole crew at Ink XO and Club XO. All my girls over there. I love y'all. Thank y'all for all the art y'all have given me over the years. You heard me. And congratulations to you on your new spot. It's huge. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of you and all the artists that you've ushered into into the spotlight with your new space. You know, I can't wait to come get my next piece. But I cater for them every Tuesday.
Okay.
For tacos and tatas. Tatas and tacos.
Yes.
And tiny tattoos each and every Tuesday.
I'm going to find this page. We got to take this break, y'all. You listen to the Front Porch. But yeah, I think I want some more ink. Right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Partly cloudy skies, highs 80 to 85 degrees. We could have a couple of mornings of some patchy fog. And then for tonight, 61 to 64 degrees. For your Thursday, highs 80 to 85 once again. We could break some records on Friday. Then a cold front moves in just in time for the weekend, dropping our temperatures for Saturday and Sunday to the mid-70s. No real rain in sight. We could have a sprinkle for today. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of the Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter, politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
This Saturday, March 28th, join Dillard University for the 18th Annual Health, Housing, and Wellness Fair from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the Dillard University campus. Receive free prostate cancer testing, dental screenings, diabetes testing, plus free credit report and financial counseling. Learn about home buyer grants and homeowners property insurance services and free legal resources. For more information, call Nick Harris at 504-473-1141. Dillard University, building a healthier community together.
Yo, family, today we've got something new for you.
We're talking about Play Ode, our digital entertainment, your ultimate spot for streaming the hottest R&B, soul, and hip-hop, curated for fans who live and breathe the culture.
Think about this, all your favorite tracks in one place, playlists, podcasts, exclusive drops, and the classes that build the culture.
And it's more than music. Play Ode connects you to the legends, the classics, and the new voices shaping today's sound.
So fam, what are you waiting on?
Download Play Ode today. Our music, our culture, our vibes. It's everything you love, anytime you want it.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing. And now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree.
And it's your boy, Joe Jackson.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared. So what you said you cooking today?
I'm doing lasagna, fried chicken, corn, side salad, and garlic bread. What I'm not cooking is Mama Tina's gumbo.
So listen, I did hear, that you were over people talking about Mama Tina's gumbo.
Yes.
I know you had enough because you had enough. But after further review, there's some discussion to be had.
Listen, I feel like I'm tired of it because going into it, y'all knew it was going to be nasty. Y'all knew. I mean, I could, no offense to Beyonce, we love you. Mama Tina, we love you. But I could look at you and say your gumbo going to be nasty. I feel like the larger collective knew that too. Y'all was just going there.
16 hours, I was like,
what is in there? People?
Get off of me.
Is people meat?
Go on, stop
for
talking
16
to me.
hours?
Going away, yeah.
I think she should have just sold some nice little pieces, some nice little homemade bracelets or something to do with fashion or
what
clothes.
What if she not an arts and craft girl?
I obviously she isn't a gumbo girl either.
Listen, so we had somebody who we're talking about. Tina knows you all for
Beyonce mama, yo.
Beyonce's mama. There was the Texas Rodeo, and during the Texas Rodeo, Mama Tina's gumbo stand was shut down. And the first complaint, the person said, that they were throwing up and they had to go to the hospital, and her stand was cleared after that one, and people were like, "Oh, you were just putting on to try and get some money." Well, after that, another complaint came in where a customer complained that they vomited blood after eating the gumbo, and I ain't never threw up no blood, and I'm like, what could you have eaten that would have caused you to vomit blood? And so after they continued to go through, there was a lot of issues with the storing of the gumbo, the transferring of the gumbo, the cooling of the gumbo, all of those different things that took 16 hours to cook. And what they tried to brush off as just a paperwork issue actually began to be an investigation through the Houston Health Department. And they said the customer complained that they got wildly ill after eating the establishment's gumbo. The customer claimed that in addition to throwing up blood, they experienced chills, nausea, and fever. And so with all of the people who went out and over and got the gumbo, they had a line the first day. The second day, or second or so day, the line was short. But what they found was the Department of Health found the gumbo was cooked off-site, cooled down, stuffed into non-food grade orange buckets.
The Home Depot buckets.
I know you lying. And then hauled off to a freezer at an unlicensed spot, according to the health department's report. The food was then reportedly transported to a refrigerated trailer, thawed out before serving. That's a lot of different changes for gumbo with things that have seafood in it. And if you cook gumbo, you know you're not supposed to cover it. You're supposed to let it cool on its own, and then you put it in the refrigerator. But baby,
my biggest question is, why is Beyonce mama at the Houston Rodeo selling gumbo? That's why I say nobody can tell me nothing about selling plate lunches and all that, because the first thing I'm going to say is Beyonce mama do it.
No, but I mean, It seems like a little bit of work went into putting the stand together, and she said she cooked the gumbo for 16 hours. But
So they did an interview, and they were saying that she was saying that it wasn't technically her recipe 100%. She ate somebody else's gumbo and add her own touches to it, and they did a collaborative. So my thing is, what was the gumbo before she added her touches to it? Because if that's after touch, if this the gumbo that's after it's been touched up, what was the pre-touched, untouched gumbo? What was that recipe?
I don't know, but it does.
I think it was two chefs out of either Houston area or somewhere out there.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did she add to it?
That's what I want to
make
know.
People throw up though.
Human, it has to be human meat.
That
Human. I'm telling you, it's human.
That is crazy. Josh said her mama feeding people salmonella soup.
How?
I don't know. When I saw it, it didn't look like nothing
It didn't look
to me.
appeasing to me either.
And then I saw somebody's like live reaction, and he was like, "Yeah, I wouldn't have stood in that line for this. Yeah, definitely wouldn't have stood in that line for it." So I make gumbo. I've had gumbo from everywhere. There's some places that I know for sure I will never eat gumbo from again. And I'm talking about restaurants who always talking about they serving Cajun food. Yuck. But yeah, it didn't look like something.
It didn't look like nothing my mama would cook or my grandmother would cook. And so the consensus was that it tasted like smelled like beef soup or beef stew. I've never had a gumbo that smelled or tasted anything familiar to beef soup or stew. So I'm not sure I'm not sure what's going on with that.
I don't know, but I know if you cook what was that? If you cook seafood longer than 30, 45 minutes, that's rubber.
Yeah, and stop saying that Beyonce mama from when she born?
Is from Louisiana.
I thought she was born in Galveston.
No, if I'm not mistaken, they are from like the Lafayette,
like
Lake Charles area.
Opelousas way or something with that way.
I used to remember the town because I had a coworker that was from that same area that was also related to them. Because remember when she had the jeans, the House of Darion?
Yeah.
She said the last name is not pronounced Darion, it's Daron. So she explained to me, and I cannot think exactly of the town that they're supposed to be from, but either way, my parent is from he's from Beaumont. He was born in Beaumont, but his family's from Louisiana. I've had his gumbo. It tastes like gumbo.
Yeah. I've had other Texans gumbo, and it was great. Minus the slime from the okra because they don't know how to cook the okra down. But minus that, it was great. That's why I said I'm not sure what touches she add or what her recipe was, but also I love my people down from Opelousas and all that way, the Acadiana region. But y'all know y'all will make a squirrel gumbo possum stew in a minute. Y'all put anything in the gravy. Okay, so I'm not sure if it was one of them roadkill gumbos she made. I'm not sure, but I know when I saw it, it wasn't something that looked appealing to me.
Yeah, it is. It's interesting. I don't know because again, even my children know how to make gumbo.
Yeah.
During COVID, we made best use of time, so we added home economics to the curriculum while they was at home doing work. So they learned how to make a dry roux, because I don't like to put the oil in the flour.
Yeah.
You have to get all that off the top. But they know how to go step by step, and even them, it don't take them no 16 hours to do the gumbo. I mean, I don't feel like it takes 16 hours to do a full Thanksgiving meal for a house.
At all.
Like, I'll give you 10 if you hand cutting everything. But outside of that, I 16 hours, no ma'am.
That's why I said, what meat takes 16 hours to cook except human?
That is crazy. Josh Poochu, you said if she moved from Louisiana in her younger days, she ain't from here. Just like you. I am not from Marrero. I live in Marrero. I sleep better yet, I sleep in Marrero. I don't live there. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with VIN News Now. Southern California shelters are overloaded after authorities seized more than 300 animals from a Lake Hughes property. Officials say 250 dogs and 66 cats were kept in awful conditions.
Hoarding conditions, they were unsanitary, there was dogs living in cages, there was feces everywhere.
Local shelters now urgently need adopters to make room. The Supreme Court takes up a challenge to a former U.S. policy that turned away asylum seekers at the Mexican border. First launched under President Obama and expanded under Trump, it ended in 2021, but President Trump calls it a critical tool for handling migrant surges. And the Trump administration has launched 2 new federal investigations into Harvard over alleged race-based admissions preferences and anti-Semitism. The move follows a recent DOJ lawsuit, and Harvard now has 20 days to comply or face enforcement. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree.
And it's your boy, Joe Jackson.
And on the other side of the glass is Jared on this Bad Churn Wednesday. I hope y'all are having a great start to your day. I know I am. It smells lovely in here. It smells all nice and floral and peaceful. Shout out to the friends of Cody for this candle. But yeah, we've been rocking and rolling in here. You've been ordering groceries and getting all kind of stuff over.
You know, doing my listen. I'm never not working. I'm literally never not working.
I hope you do take some time for yourself because
I definitely will.
Go
24/7
and go, and at some point you're going to have to recharge.
Yes, and I preach about that all the time, like self care and wellness. But I need to practice what I preach.
Yes,
it's been a while since I've been on vacation or even taking a break. And sometimes, you know, especially as Black men, we feel like whenever we are not working or not doing anything, even, you know, if it's just going on vacation, you know, you feel bad for not working, or, you know, we don't know how to take time out for ourselves. I'll say that.
I need every Black man to unlearn that. We went to Houston this past weekend, and the kids were here, so he got to relax because wasn't nobody asking him for nothing.
Right.
You know, oh, you gonna walk? Okay. Oh, you gonna okay. Enjoy. And, you know, even though our kids now are both of age, they still need. And it's like, yeah, you gotta clock out. Clock out. Yeah. Get somebody else to do it. Or when you're dealing with people who can do for themselves, let them. Let them, indeed. Josh says, all I know in a West Bank versus East Bank fight, you are out. I am not. I am not. I eat over here. Matter of fact, I eat over here so much that most people do think I still live in the city because I spend most of my time over here. And I'm learning new places over. I've been in my house since December 2005. And I'm just learning different places to go to in my neighborhood because everything was life over here.
That's why I love staying downtown, because I can just walk outside and somebody either with a tent or with a truck or with a pop-up within like at least 500 feet. You know, I'm always, because I'm pretty sure it's other chefs like this too, but I hate to eat my own food after I cooked it and smelled it all day. I don't want to eat it. So I'm always looking for something else to eat under the bridge. I would say under the Cleveland Bridge, excuse me, there is always a new chef, a new pop-up, a new somebody up there, promoting some new food or something for me to try. So if you're looking for some new cuisine, and there's some of everything. There's Thai. There's one guy was doing Chinese fried rice.
Oh,
yeah, like there's a bunch of different styles of food, like not just ball food or just barbecue food. There's people doing all kinds of different things under Claiborne Bridge. So shout out to the 7th Ward and the 6th Ward and downtown. My stomping ground. Oh, and Super Sundays this weekend. Downtown Super Sunday.
Downtown Super Sunday.
Yes.
I didn't do Uptown Super Sunday because I walked the route the last time I did Uptown Super Sunday. It was wonderful, but it was cold.
Yeah.
And this time it was hot.
It
looked
hot.
like it was way too many people out there.
It was. I enjoyed myself. I was by myself. I'm the type of person I like to explore, and I do a lot of side quests. So for stuff like that, I don't usually go with groups of people because I end up with a bunch of different groups of people.
Well, every time you see me, I'm by myself.
It's the best way to be.
Yeah, because when I'm ready to go,
I'm ready to go.
And now I do have some friends who roll with me like that, right? My best friend, we'll give each other a look like, you ready? And my husband definitely, he can see when my social battery is running out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm about to start being one of the rudest people in here. You probably should get me home. But some people just be excited to be outside, and it's like, listen, no, you're going to have to take your own car. Because when I'm ready to go, I'm going to go.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
And it also, if I'm not ready to go, I'm not ready to go either.
Yeah.
Because some people will be able to go sit in the car because I'm not ready to leave it.
Exactly. Thank you, Mark. Mark said, if that's the case, he's from ATL. Talking about you, Josh. If I'm from Marrero, you from Atlanta. But I am not from Marrero at all. I'm learning over there. It's becoming a thing. And Josh, when you come back home, you say you want to try Vietnamese po' boy. There's a place called Banh Mi Boys. Their banh mi is chef's kiss, and they have all kinds of banh mi. So when you get in town, I'm gonna point you in the right direction so you can catch up with Mark on the places that I go and eat.
I've heard about them too. I think they have a good shrimp.
They have shrimp. They have chicken. They have pork. They have all kinds of, all kinds of things that are available in that particular place. I have been there so many times. And there are other places that have banh mi, but Banh Mi Boys, both of their locations, I have enjoyed them. There's one in Metairie. That's the one that I have gone to the majority of the time. And there's one on Magazine. And they also have like steak and egg salads, steak and egg fries. They have grilled chicken salads and things like that. But the banh mi's, when I say good, look at this. Just good. Fat kid happy. Yeah, fat kid happy. And after, you finish eating, you just like trying to catch your breath because you're exhausted from eating all the things. Oh, Mark said their hot sausage po' boys are good too. Well, there you go.
I mean, hot sausage sounds good.
Yeah.
I made hot sausage rotel for the girls dancing last night at the Club X. So yes, they enjoyed it. They actually requested it again. I made it last week because I didn't have any ground beef. And, I just felt going to the store. So they
made it do what it do.
They requested it again. So yeah, it was definitely good. I've been getting into the hot sausage a little bit more. At first, I was not a fan because I don't like stuff that when I can still taste like 4 or 5 hours later. If I have to burp, I belch and it comes up. And I still taste it.
I don't eat hot sausage. I have tried it as an adult, and it's an interesting texture of meat.
Yeah, it's more cereal. It's like they add, it's like filler. It's like a small percent of beef, and the rest is cereal filler.
Oh,
to make it to give it that.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's like dog food.
I don't like it. So that's not one of the things I've been threatened with removing my black card because I don't have I don't like it. I don't like it. Matter of fact, when I was teaching 3rd grade at Baby Ben, shout out to Joy and Alicia, my parents from that class. They was like, "You never had smoked sausage?" I was like, "No, it smells good, but it don't look like it's delicious." So they went to the store and got me one, hot sausage on toast. I remember it still, and when I tasted it, I was just like, "This is still some weird meat
Yeah,
to me."
it's still it tastes like it's like the consistency or like the feel of like liver or something almost. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like
I
it's
like liver though.
hate it.
I like liver. Now you can't give me that every day because you shouldn't be eating organ meats. But liver, onions, gravy, and some mashed potatoes or some grits. I mean,
When I
that's
deliver
good.
at my
But
restaurant, that was one of the when I say I deliver in grits in like on first Saturdays,
Mhm.
and it would be everybody's over 60 years old in there,
Mhm.
and they want everybody wanted to smell the liver and grits. Like I know we losing recipes, but some of them can stay lost.
I've only in my married life, I think I've only made liver and onions twice.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think my husband cares for it, and me, I only want it every now and then. Like I don't
Yeah.
want that regularly
Yeah,
because
I only like
it's
the
an
taste of
acquired
it.
taste.
Yeah, I only like the taste of it in like a dirty rice.
Huh.
A rice dressing. So rice dressing from the country is like they put the organ meats and like the liver, the gizzards, the ground beef. And matter of fact, if you've ever used the Savoy's dressing mix,
Mhm.
that's what that is. It's just all ground up.
No, I've never used it, but I've
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah. It's liver, gizzards, all your dressing
Oh.
meats, organ meats, and it's ground up like ground meat. So if you eat it and put it in your rice, put it over rice, or mix it with rice, you just think it's ground beef.
Huh, that's interesting.
But it has a very unique taste.
For sure. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Oh, I said that Mark Bashman said the po' boys, the hot sausage po' boys are good. And T Green says their magazine and airline and transcontinental locations, the sriracha shrimp by me is fire.
Yes, so I do. One of my homegirls had the sriracha shrimp from Bami Boys,
Mhm.
and she kept on telling me I would like it because I love the sriracha shrimp, and I love also the shrimp from Panda Express. Is it? It's like a sriracha mayonnaise
Okay, I don't know.
type sauce. It's really good.
Okay. Let's see. Joshua said, "Bro, you should win a Nobel Prize for making a hot sausage rotel." Yeah. So they're interested in your hot sausage rotel, and I think you may be getting some orders from the Front Porch.
Matter of fact, I'll definitely post the recipe on my TikTok.
There you go. So the real Joe Jackson.
We live. You heard me.
And thanks for joining us. Go ahead and get it done.
I got you. Thank y'all for having me today.
Absolutely.
I will see y'all for lunch, kids.
Give them that number one more time before you get out of here.
The number to order is 504-722-3659. Once again, that's 504-722-3659. I'm located in the illustrious and beautiful downtown 7th Ward, New Orleans, Louisiana. Y'all come see me and get y'all bellies fed. You heard me?
All right, Joe. See you later. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Sister V.
Good morning. Oh, Kimba.
How you
Kimba.
doing?
I wanted to do that yesterday, but I had an appointment yesterday as well as today.
Yes.
So I'm just getting home. I didn't even bother to turn on the radio because I couldn't get AM yesterday morning.
Okay.
And so, I was late hearing everything. But I just wanted to be of encouragement. I'm going to speak for the ancestors. You know that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to speak for the ancestors. But guess what, baby?
Yes.
They had you. They had you because you did good.
I tried.
You did good. Yes, you did, baby. So I just want you to know, but long as Sister V around, in the memory of your mom, all your ancestors, great-grandma, great-grandfather, because they raised you right. You heard me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
and I thank
my
you for
darling.
that. And to you, I say
Okay, well,
ashe.
you have a blessed and prosperous day here.
Thank you. I wish the same for you.
Thank you so much. All right now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Y'all really are the gift that keeps on giving. I love y'all so much. And again, if you missed the beginning of the show, I did say thank you, and I want to continue to give thank you for your support yesterday getting through the show. If you had not heard, our former producer, friend, and collaborator Jazz Kendall Jazz Williams. Uh, we learned that he passed on Monday night, and just getting that information before I came on air was very, very difficult to process. But you all really stuck there with me, and I really do appreciate that you all were of support and safety, because being vulnerable sometimes is a little scary, especially if you were doing that live on a microphone for real. But I want to say thank you all again for supporting me and supporting each other as we were navigating the news as we received it on yesterday. So Doyle Melton says the best hot sausage is, what is this? Oh, Mark Bashman hot sausage. That's your people, Mark. I still don't eat it, but that would be interesting to hear about. I I have an interest in seeing how things are made, right? And fortunately, after I see how things are made, some of it I don't want to eat anymore. Probably have been told not to eat it, but definitely once I see how it's made, I don't want it anymore. And I hear that about sausage. But I've had really good sausage, um, like at Boca Sons. You can go over there and get different types of sausage. I appreciate having different varieties of meats in sausage available. But yeah, that I didn't know that. Mark, next time you I see you, I want some more information about that. Good morning, Edward Clayton. I'm gonna say good morning to our listeners because I think I may have missed some folks before we got started. But I did say hello to this section. So good morning, Mark Joseph and Mark Bashman. Hello, Paul. What's the temperature in Michigan? And also, hello, good morning to Editha Amaker. Good morning. And good morning to Gracie. I did say good morning to Gracie. Let me see if I missed anybody else that is in the chat. Try and say hello. Hello, Doyle, Melton, and you've never had Boudin. Josh. Josh, you've been robbed. You've been robbed. There are all types of boudin. My favorite is shrimp boudin. It's delicious, especially when you cut the casing off and fry just what's in the middle. Mwah. We really gotta get get you caught up on the foods because boudin at your big age, Josh. You from ATL. 504-582-9422. Hello, Pam.
Good morning, Precious. How are you?
I'm better today. Much better today.
That's good. You sound better. I do too.
Yeah, I feel a lot better today.
Yeah, I was calling to check on you and make sure you know that you're covered in the blood of Jesus. All of us are. We just have to accept him.
You are absolutely right. I have no disagreement there. Not at all.
Okay, baby. Enjoy the rest of your day and be blessed in the Lord.
Absolutely. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, baby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, yesterday was tough. Tough. Nikki. Nikki, stop it. Yesterday after the show, I went to places that make me feel good. And shout out to Tasha over at Red Rooster. Went straight over there. I texted her when I was getting ready to leave here. I was like, I want a combination Yakami and a snowball. And went over to the stand over at Red Rooster. Had my Yakami sat outside. Tasha even took some time to come and chit chat with me on yesterday. About losing Jazz. And I sat there. I sat in the sun for a good little bit. And then after I finished that, I went to the lake and just sat by the water and just kind of sat with my thoughts because I talking through things, it didn't allow it to settle on me, and I'm still kind of getting to the point of like really realizing that, he has passed on. But I sat by the water, I watched the planes take off from the Lakefront Airport, and then there was a crane, I think it was, that sat on the steps near me and took a bath in the lake, and let the water kept splashing up on him, and he chilled there, and then I watched him fly away. So I sat out there for about 2 hours, just kind of settling. Like, people talk about grounding. Sometimes you got to stop the world for you to ground. And yeah, it was really, it was a good way to slow down. Because, yeah, life comes at you fast. Boy, I swear, in this chat, y'all just do too much. Too much. Y'all are so funny. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Good Wednesday morning, I'm Daryl Forges with WDSU News, and here's your headlines. A suspect is behind bars after an hours-long standoff with police in the St. Roch neighborhood. The entire square block of North Galvez Street was blocked off for nearly 5 hours last night as the alleged armed suspect barricaded himself in a home with several others needing to be evacuated. Now, we do know he was wanted in connection with 2 shootings and an aggravated assault with a firearm charge. We're told other people in the home with the suspect told police he was inside. Thankfully, no one was injured. All right, it's official. 2 New Orleans high schools will be merging. That's the final decision from the New Orleans School Board. Frederick Douglass High School students will be merging with John F. Kennedy High. District leaders say it's an effort being made due to low enrollment, but it's causing controversy as some neighbors and alumni are against it. Because of the government shutdown, Delta Airlines is temporarily suspending some specialty services for Congress members. That includes airport escorts and redcoat services. Delta said representatives will be treated the same as all other passengers, and that the suspension is due to a strain on resources because of the government shutdown. Delta reservations lines for members of Congress still remain open. And the Pelicans are officially eliminated from postseason contention after a loss to the New York Knicks last night. It was a back-and-forth affair with rookie Jeremiah Fears scoring 20 points in 21 minutes. But in the end, the stars of the New York Knicks took over. Tomorrow, the Pels are in Detroit to face the Pistons at 6 p.m. I'm Daryl Forges, and that's your headlines for WBOK. Have a great day.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat, brought to you by FidelityInvestments.com. Lion Forge Entertainment is an Academy Award-winning Black-owned film studio that focuses on diverse stories. The company is working on several new projects aimed at younger audiences, and Lion Forge founder and CEO David Stewart II says you might be surprised where he's seeing opportunities with Gen Z.
In some ways, some of this stuff is actually kind of coming full circle. I was just circulating with our team some articles that have just come out around Gen Z going back to the movies, and that's their new interest point right now. So yes, YouTube is growing, and a lot of eyeballs are going there to kind of find content, but they want to go to the movies because they want this unique experience that they haven't really had, because they've had the screens in front of them all the time. They've had that on-demand content. So, it's interesting how things are kind of coming full circle.
Lion Forge Entertainment won its Oscar for short film Hair Love, a story about a black father learning to style his daughter's hair for the first time. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Want consistent color for every job? Milo's Pro Rewards members get a 20% paint discount on future purchases after paint annual qualifying spend reaches $3,000. Plus, order eligible in-stock paint and paint supplies by 2 p.m. for free same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Improving is easy at Lowe's. Excludes spray paint and mist tints. More exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Subject to change. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Same-day delivery valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. Details at Lowe's.com/same-day delivery.
That's right. It's party time each and every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on WBOK. It's the Throwback Throwdown with DJ Wick as he brings you the best in old school from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the early 2Ks. Plus, the party goes to another level at 9 p.m. with the Throwback Throwdown Party Mix to round out the night. It's the Throwback Throwdown Sunday nights at 7 p.m. on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Greetings and salutations. I am Edward B. Coulon Smith, chairman of the board of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We'd like to invite you to tune in every Wednesday at 12 noon on WBOK to listen in on Black to Business and be a part of the movement that's going on. Thank you.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimberly Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared, and I have some company.
Hey, Jared.
On the Front Porch, and it is not really company, it's family. I'd like to welcome back first, Dr. Ashanta White.
Hey, y'all.
But when she on the porch, y'all know what her name is. It's
Sandra
Shanta.
daughter.
You know what I'm saying?
Sandra daughter.
Is in the house. And also joining us, we have
Darren Smith, the Director of Marketing and Communications at SUNO.
At the Southern University at New Orleans.
New Orleans. Come
Yes,
on now,
right.
put some respect on the name. And
Yes.
I've been seeing you a lot lately. You're going to be seeing me some more. But there's been a lot of things happening over at SUNO, and I'm ever so proud to share all of the new developments. I think one of my most recent visits was establishments of the Country Club.
Yeah, a tennis club.
Yes.
And so it is spearheaded by one of our students. She also teaches tennis to community students, as community kids as well. But she organized a tennis team on our campus, and I am excited, ecstatic about it. So yes, you were there for that.
I was
yes.
there to have that conversation.
Yes.
And there's so many other things that are happening at SUNO, and it's so many things that are happening. We had the meeting of the directors. That was about, a week or two ago?
Yes. Yeah.
And then right now, what's happening is SUNO Fest.
Yes.
And I want people to start getting the sound of Southern University at New Orleans in their mouths, because you're really going to be hearing about the things that are taking place. But with SUNO Fest, what are some of the activities that you guys have done this week?
So I'm going to defer to my director of communications, because he's been amazing putting together all of our graphics and all of our visibility branding opportunities. But I just want to make one small correction. We're prepping for SUNO Fest, but this is Spring Fest.
Spring Fest,
So yeah, Dr. Bowie, our 10th chancellor for the second time, he is adamant about bringing back Spring Fest. So we're working on doing that. But right now we're in the midst of Spring Fest, which is the header into spring break for our students. And we did do a meet the directors, and I want to just mention our new director of the Office of Student Leadership and Engagement is Dr. Keishel Jones. Our director of compliance is Wesley Bishop, and our director of the Counseling Center is Dr. Tanya White. Hail XU. You know what I mean? So we gotta put some respect on all of our directors' names. But
But I said that specifically because she was in a building. There was a lot of Suno love going on. And she's like, well, hold on. Let me talk about Xavier for a minute. So shout out to Xavier University, which is the campus we're uniquely positioned on. But I want to defer to my director because he puts in a lot of work. And a lot of the times he doesn't get the thanks that he deserves. So I'll let him have the mic to tell you about all of our activities that are coming up.
There we go.
She
knows that I'll be looking for a thank you. But yes, this week is Spring Fest. And Spring Fest is just like the spring version of Homecoming Week. It's very student-led, student-focused. I think Dr. White and I really sat down with our students and really asked them, what do y'all want to see for y'all Spring Fest?
Oh, you just in the front of the camera, no worries.
Yeah. So, and they told us they wanted a silent party.
Mhm.
A couple years ago, the glow-in-the-dark bike ride has become tradition at Suno during Spring Fest. So that is happening tonight.
Come on.
With Bike Ride Life. Thank y'all. We see y'all later tonight.
Yes.
We're so excited. We have Water Day.
Mhm.
We have a t-shirt giveaway for our students. We had a silent party last night, which was so fun. Sometimes things don't always go how they're supposed to, but our students made the best of it,
Yes.
and they had so much fun. All great things. So when I see them smiling, I think we both have the same sentiment. We're like, okay, it's good.
It's
When they
good.
start smiling, we relax.
And let's not forget that Friday is the crawfish ball.
Yes, we always end it with a crawfish
We always
ball.
end it with a crawfish ball. So we're doing a crawfish ball. We're giving away Spring Fest shirts. So we
Okay.
ordered some shirts to give away to our students. Last night we had the silent party, but what our director did not mention is that we also had basketball going on.
Yes.
They were playing volleyball, and of course, Dr. White was in the mix. I don't think they thought I could shoot the ball, but yeah.
Yes.
That's one of the sports that you play.
Yeah, one. I played 4
Yes.
sports at Nakar High School. Let's get it right? So yeah, but I love doing that with my students. I love them figuring out new things about me because I'm not just a vice chancellor. I am a very student-focused person, individual, even without the title of being vice chancellor. I love to see my students happy, and this is the best job in the world to me. And to be under the type of leadership that Dr. Bowie provides, I believe that Suno is headed in the right direction. I'm just glad to be on board.
Yes.
Listen, Suno's been heading in all the directions. Baseball.
Yes.
You have the.
Let's not forget
the
our
tennis.
basketball team won.
Yes, the
Yes.
basketball team, and then the Battle of Gentilly is coming up, isn't it?
So you talking about baseball?
No, with you said basketball.
Well,
but-
basketball is over. It's
Okay.
baseball season right now.
Okay.
And we do play Dillard in baseball. I think we've already played them. I don't know the outcome, so I don't want I don't want to talk about it.
I want to say we won.
Listen, I just want you to be correct because then the Blue Devils gonna be calling in saying no, y'all didn't. But shout out to Coach OP who heads our baseball team. Shout out to AD Matthews, James Matthews, who heads our boys basketball team. Coach Destiny Smith heads our women's basketball team, and Coach Safia Jenkins heads our track team. And I'm able to know that because I love
that's your
sports.
area.
She be at all
That is
sports,
your
y'all.
area. I know. And if you could suit up, you probably would.
She probably
yeah.
would while you playing.
You probably would.
But I also want to mention, Kimber, that all of our activities that we've put on, we welcome the public. We welcome our sister institutions by way of Dillard and Xavier. We welcome them to come over. We had a comedy show. Shout out to Shervy Carter.
Come on.
He hosted our comedy show. Joke and Brady closed the comedy show. Mario P was also on the lineup, as well as Smiley the comedian. And so that opened Springfest for us on our first night, which was Monday. And then Tuesday, yesterday, we had the silent party. And tonight we have the bike ride.
The bike
So-
ride, and then closing the week out is going to be
Crawfish
the
ball.
crawfish ball.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we
Now-
forgot Thursday.
Okay.
Water Day.
Water Day and
Yes.
housing. But one thing, I know we talking about all the fun events. We do have the other side of
Programmatic
it.
things.
Programmatic things. Like
Mhm.
today at 12, we're having a financial literacy workshop.
Yes.
Thursday morning around 11, we have voter registration. So if
Yes.
anybody needs to register to vote, please come to campus.
Yes.
And then we also just have other activations with community organizations that'll be on campus as well. So just making sure we have the best of both worlds.
Because
No Hannah
Dr. White
Montana.
is not going to have fun without the business being clear.
Yeah.
We're going to clear the business first, and then we're going to have a good time.
SUNO is a premier
Yes.
academic institution
Yes.
that is right in a historic Black neighborhoods
Yeah.
in the city of New Orleans, which, as I've said before, you really didn't have to leave Pontchartrain Park until you went to high school, and then you can go right back to Pontchartrain Park to finish your college
Yes.
degree. And with the expansion and addition of the programs, of course, the School of Nursing is doing wonderfully well. They're getting money donated
Yes.
and contributed, and then the cybersecurity
Mhm.
area. These are things that most people hadn't heard
Yes.
us
The labs
discussing.
are state of the art. Our nursing labs, our forensic science lab, Dr. Miko Thompson, she is phenomenal.
Yes.
Our students are doing research. They are presenting research. It's
on a national level.
It is absolutely amazing the type of work that folk are not aware of that is happening on the campus of Southern University at New Orleans. And I think that with those sorts of staff, faculty and staff members, such as Dr. Miko Thompson, we have Dr. Patrice Centino. She heads our social work area. We have Dr. Delaney over in criminal justice, Dr. Rowe for our nursing program, Dr. Johnson. We have some phenomenal people, and I would be remiss if I try to name everybody. So I just want to make certain, blame my head and not my heart, but it's just coming off my head about the programs that students come into my office raving about. And I know Dr. Bowie is extremely proud about the work of our students who are doing research. Like, believe it or not, we can rival any Research One facility, any Research One institution, because our kids are like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
our young adults are like that.
And because the instructors have
They're
been
like
for,
that. Yes.
for decades providing, as
Yes.
an alum,
Yes.
class of 2001 in accounting, Bachelor of Science
Yes.
in accounting, the professors that were there prepared you for what it is that the world was going to present you with.
Yeah.
So with a family environment, because
Yes.
I've had my phone, my house phone at the time,
Mhm.
ring. Excuse me, you have missed X amount of days.
Yes.
It's an entire education of the whole person, and not just of academics. As sometimes some institutions can be so large that they miss out on the fact that they're talking
The
about
holistic
humans.
portions,
Yeah.
which is why we also have instituted Nights with Dependents, meaning we are targeting our students who are parents to make certain that they know they have those wraparound services. And so we are looking for ways to better engage our students who have kids. So we don't want to have your child be the reason why you feel like you can't further your education. We have evening and weekends under Dr. Bree Cook, who is our Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, phenomenal. And so there's so much to be proud of about what Suno is doing. And I found it that way, but my job is to find it how it is and help grow it. And so I'm glad, I'm excited that I get to work alongside some phenomenal people to help further the brand visibility of this institution. And I cannot say how grateful I am to have Mr. Smith on our team, because at one time he was like a one-man show, but now he has Lance over there and he has Reno. So they do some really, really good work, making certain that Suno's name, like you said, is in their minds and on their tongues. And so I am just fortunate enough to be the Vice Chancellor for students, which is the best job I could have ever prayed for. And I just get to do all of the things that I was doing in K-12, just on a different level. And then I get to still engage that population, because those are our feeders, right?
Yep.
Right,
So-
exactly. And then also to continue on the breadth of what Suno is covering right now on
Yeah.
display is Professor Witt is personal
museum.
project, the
Yes.
Sonoma, Southern University at New
Sonoma.
Orleans Museum of Art.
Yes.
And it's so much. I've been. Now, how many times you been through there?
Oh, no, I go every day, because
Okay.
guess what? The building is where we do a lot of our activities. And so I'm always over there. It's always breathtaking, because it feels like you go so much, but you still have so much to see. And she is really a creative. Like, her brain works on a different level. So shout out to Dr. Witt. Also, Sade is on our campus as well. She's a part of the Suno family. She's the director of our incubator. And they're really good friends. And so I think that it's coming along, and we're really putting the right pieces in place to have the type of puzzle that the Pontchartrain Park community deserves and the city of New Orleans
And this
deserves. So,
exhibition,
yeah.
To be honest, it was the labor of love. I worked very closely
Breathtaking.
with Professor Witt on getting this done. And it's a growing exhibition. So if you came to open tonight, you might see something new
Right.
today. You might see
Yes.
something new tomorrow.
Right. Yes.
But I
Right.
want to be clear and let the public know it is open until February 2027. So we
Yes.
have it for a year. And it may extend. We do have a little small admissions fee, but because we're trying to raise money for the museum and to be able to keep it for that long. So no more than $10, y'all. So come out. We're going to be having special days like Alumni Day, Saturdays at the museum. It's going to be fun. And then we're also going to be hosting, we postponed it from our April 11 day just because we had so much going on. But Sonoma's going to be having its own inaugural fundraising gala sometime in the near future.
Yes, and pay more than $10.
Well,
Y'all
here's the
waste more
thing.
money than that.
Here's the
Pay
thing. I
more
was
than
going to say
$10.
that. I was coming. I don't know why our brains on the same level, because we spend more than that on 3 pounds of crawfish,
Yes.
and we can eat crawfish.
Yes,
Exactly.
And so I think it's a real investment into something that is lasting, right? And so Sonoma and what Dr. Witt is doing over there, where Suno is going, I think everybody needs to start paying attention. So if you have not visited the campus of Southern University at New Orleans in a while, come stop by and see what's going on over there, because we're growing, and you should come grow with us. Yes.
The multi-purpose building is where it's a new building there, but that's where Sonoma is housed. The science building is now it houses the nursing department as well. So go explore, and then let's talk about the South Campus. Is that the
Lake Campus? The Lake Campus housing. Yes.
Work, housing.
So housing is under the direction of Dr. Eric Washington, and I listen.
She did a phenomenal job. She about to play humble, but y'all, she did a phenomenal job turning housing around. The renovations, the students are comfortable, they're happy, and it looks beautiful.
Thank you. And I tilt my hat to my director, Dr. Eric Washington. When I say I am ecstatic about that hire. I'm proud of having hired him, because he understands the mission and the vision of not only the institution, but the mission and vision of his vice chancellor. Because I am student oriented, I am student focused, and whatever they need is what they're going to get. And so sometimes we have to put ourselves in a sacrificial place to ensure that the students have what they need. So more often than not, I'm at work until midnight.
Yeah,
because I'm trying to make certain that the next day is better than the day before.
Which I have seen in action. Literally the night of the meet the directors.
Yes.
You all were heading to go and take care of some student concerns.
Yes.
While rushing back to the event of meeting directors and the rest of the staff, students, and other visitors were there. So I as a proud alum will forever share great things about Suno, because a lot of people for years have kind of overlooked the gym that it is. But not only is it a gym, it's being polished. I mean, the castle is shining, and y'all really need to go see what's going on both campuses, but collective as a whole.
Well, we have the sort of chancellor that will not allow you to ignore Southern University at New Orleans. He will not allow it. And so I think the folk he is continuing to build around that institution are like-minded, and we are invested as much as he is. And I think it's easy to do the work that you do and to make the sacrifices you make when you have a leader who also believes in what you can do for the institution. So he believes in my skill set. I believe in what I can do, and my kids respond. And so I say kids, but they're young adults, but they my son age, right? And they think I'm fun to be around. So that's a plus. But they also know that I'm very stern and making certain that the business is clear. And so they have to do what they are supposed to do in terms of academics. They have to do what they're supposed to do in terms of their behavior on the campus, because we want to have a safe campus, because the fun can't happen if the campus isn't safe. And so we are making an intentional effort to make certain that there are things for them to do, not only programmatically, but the fun stuff, because it is an HBCU, and they have to have ways to be able to get out all of that energy after taking exams and turning in assignments. And so that's where I come in. And I have a wonderful team.
Campus life matters.
Yes.
And although Suno has been a traditional and non-traditional campus, to be able to cover everybody who's coming to obtain the graduation date is important to people where they are.
And we had grad fair last night, so we got to see a lot of our students in their gowns.
So excited for commencement.
Yes, commencement is coming up.
To a point that Doc was talking about the holistic experience, we literally structured the last 3 weeks of this month intentionally. Last week was midterms, this week is Spring Fest, and next week is spring break. So just kind of give them that break and that opportunity to refresh, recharge. And it's kind of like she said, what we want to make sure they always feel supported, no matter what it is. Like she can tell you, if you see her, you see me, and vice versa. We two people who probably never in our offices. So you got to catch us when you see us.
You got to catch me where you can catch me.
And I can again attest that
because you
stop by,
caught
you in the hallway, on the way to another place, and that piece of being accessible to the people you serve is very important. Now, what about your college experiences make you invest? Now you got time, and we got time after if you need to mull it over. But what about your college experiences have given you this passion to pour into students? because you I know you literally are on campus to at least midnight, and if she there, you there.
Mm-hmm.
What pushes you? Because those are some long days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, and I don't know if most folk know this, but I was put out of my first institution for fighting. And I think that if not for that, I wouldn't have the lens that I have, because everything doesn't have to jump to punitive. I realize that there's a reason why certain behaviors in students happen. I know there was a reason for my anger. I didn't know in the moment, but I know now. Mm-hmm. Right. And at the time, my institution, I don't think knew how to assess me holistically. They just saw what I did and penalized me for that. And I had to go elsewhere. Right. But it wasn't until I went to Xavier University where I felt like my institution was a part of my life. Right. It was a part of a family structure. They tried to understand me. And so that was the first university that I've gone to where I felt like it was more than just me trying to matriculate to a degree. It was about me trying to help build me up as a person and improve me as a person. And I've always been, since elementary school, under Carol Edgar Lang. Once I realized what real love looks like, I try to mimic it. Ms. Lang was love in human form to me, and she's the person I model my leadership after. My first grade teacher, whose funeral I spoke at, she modeled love for me. So that is who I am for I know every one of my elementary school teachers by name, right? I know my high school coaches by name. And every time I see love, even in correction, they were correcting me, but it was in love. And so that's what I gravitated towards. So even though we're in a position of supervision for our students at the university, they know we supervise in love, we correct in love. We put together activities in love, like we stay till midnight because that's love, right? Yes. And so that for me shaped it. I was put out of my institution without even them giving me an opportunity to express why this happened or my point of view. They just did it. And I still feel that because I had a reason for why I did that. And my mom, she's always listening when I was on the radio. I know she's listening now. But she asked me at the hearing, if you had to do it all over again, what would you do? That's what they asked me in front of my mama. And I literally said, if 3 people are jumping on my friend, I'm going to jump in a fight again and again and again, right? I was raised that way. Mm-hmm. So I was just doing what I knew. But I also knew that if I had known a better way, I could have chosen a different option. That's all I knew. And that's what I did. So it's up to us to teach our students that there are multiple ways to skin a cat, right? And I'm still working on that in me right now. Dr. Bowie has me working on my paralinguistics. So I'm really working on it because I can't recognize it. I don't see it. And because I'm under good leadership, he helps me recognize it and he helps correct me in love, and I'm trying to get better every day.
I love that. Let's put a pin in it. We're going to come back because I need to hear your version of what happened.
His probably friendlier and nicer.
Either or, we're going to all receive it in love. Right. You listen to The Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Partly cloudy skies, highs 80 to 85 degrees. We could have a couple of mornings of some patchy fog. And then for tonight, 61 to 64 degrees. For your Thursday, highs 80 to 85. Once again, we could break some records on Friday. Then a cold front moves in just in time for the weekend, dropping our temperatures for Saturday and Sunday to the mid-70s. No real rain in sight. We could have a sprinkle for today. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
On Auto Trends with JeffCars.com, here's a snippet of some of what we cover. GPS pioneer Gladys West.
We worked long hours computing trajectory orbits and satellite orbits, trying to get the data and everything correct enough.
Auto analyst Mark Bland.
14 new vehicle deals that happen in this country out of every 100 that women don't have a fingerprint on.
To tune in, check out Auto Trends with JeffCars.com. Saturdays at 4 p.m. on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
It's off the top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
The excuses have run out. In New Orleans, the failures of the Sewerage and Water Board are no longer occasional. They are, in fact, routine. Another major water line erupts. Streets flood. Property is damaged. And the response is as predictable as the failure itself. Explanations, deflections, and promises. We have heard it all before. Let's be clear. This is not bad luck. This is not unforeseen. This is what happens when a critical public system is allowed to decay in full view of those responsible for maintaining it. Pipes more than a century old are bursting beneath our streets. A power system built on outdated technology continues to falter. And a governance structure split between city and state has created the perfect environment for one thing above all else: a lack of accountability. Because when everyone is in charge, no one is in charge. We saw the warning signs in 2017 when a summer rainstorm overwhelmed a crippled drainage system. We saw it again during Hurricane Ida, when failure of the power system nearly led to catastrophe. We've lived through boil water advisories, cyber attacks, and the looming threat of saltwater intrusion. And now we are watching the ground beneath us literally give way. So the question must be asked, not politely, but directly. Just who the hell is responsible? Is it the leadership of the Sewerage and Water Board? Is it the mayor who leads the Utilities Board? Is it the governor and the state of Louisiana, which maintains control over this hybrid agency? Or is it all of the above? Because the people of New Orleans are paying the price in damaged homes, disrupted lives, and rising rates for a system that no longer delivers the most basic of public services: water, drainage, safety. This is not complicated. What is required now is not another study, not another promise, not another press conference with catchy phrases of concern. What is required is action, decisive, coordinated, and immediately. Full transparency, a clear chain of command, and a timeline the public can see and hold accountable. Anything less is simply managing decline. And in a city like New Orleans, where water is both a fact of life and a constant threat, managing decline is just not responsible. It is dangerous. So here is the bottom line. If this system fails again, and it will, no one should be allowed to say they didn't see it coming. The warning signs are no longer beneath our streets. They are erupting through them. And this time, the responsibility will not wash away with the water. So y'all come up with a plan, and damn it, do something with it. This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Come celebrate the history, legacy, and culture of the African diaspora with the Congo Squares Rhythm Festival, presented by the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation on March 28th and 29th in Louis Armstrong Park. Don't miss 2 full days of live musical performances featuring Chawa, Zigaboo Modaliste, Big Sam's Funky Nation, and many, many more. A variety of food vendors, handmade works of art, and the return of the highly anticipated Class Got Brass competition. This event is free and open to the public. For more information, visit CongoSquareRhythms.com.
Welcome to Chemical of the Month from the Community Scientist and Rise St. James. This month's focus is polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, formed when fuels like oil, gas, wood, or trash are burned. These chemicals can enter the air we breathe and settle into our soil and water. Many PAHs are known carcinogens, adding to the health burdens faced by communities living near industry. Learn how to protect your health at risestjames.org.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing. And now we're back in control.
Call now and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree. And on the other side of the glass is Jared and Lord. If y'all could just hear the offline conversations, you'd be trying to compose yourself too. But Darren, what is it about your college experience that makes you so passionate to work with the students at Southern University at New Orleans?
So for me, it kind of stems from being that college student. I'm an alum of Southern University of Baton Rouge, class of 2019, Mass Comm Department. All right, Stewart Hall. But when I was on campus, y'all, I was just involved in everything and so busy. Like was SGA this, SGA that, business fraternity, all these different things I had going on, Mass Comm Club, all these different things. And so it allowed me the opportunity to network, meet new people, people who were outside of my major, people who came outside of Baton Rouge from all over the place, people who were athletics, dancing dolls, band members. Like I had a bunch of friends doing different things. And so when I got to SUNO, I just saw that cultural difference. And so, and it's a funny story, and it's a true story too. There was a vacancy before Dr. Wyatt came, and it was just like student life is kind of just halted. And so she came, her first day doing orientation, she had to come to my session. She was like, what I need to know. And I said, well, since you asked. And I just laid it out for her. She was like, oh, okay. And so if you go in my office, I have like all my award certificates in there. And so she just started reading with them nails, you know.
And I did.
And she said, So she got her good little weekend. And the next day she came in there and she was like, so I know you don't work for my division, but you work for my division. And that's really how it happened. And so, you know, Miss Suno, who we brought a couple times before, 66, Amani Jenkins. She's an outgoing Miss Suno. We're going to miss her.
Yes.
She literally came to my office, I want to say mid-September. It was like 2 weeks after Dr. White started. And she was just looking like, we talked about the support, and she just like, she was in tears. And I said, Monty, what's wrong? And she was just like, my coronation's in 3 weeks and it's not playing. I said, really? She said, yeah. I said, okay, thank you. I got up, marched to that second floor. I went to see this lady right here, and I told her what was going on. She said, so why you telling me that? I said, what you mean? That's your division? She said, I know you can do it. Go ahead.
Go get it done.
And after that, it's just become literally, like she said, a labor of love. Yes. The nights we spend, the time to travel, the phone calls we receive at 11 o'clock at night. Like, they don't care. And it's not that they don't care in a bad way. It's just the fact that they
know you're
found
help.
that support.
They know you're
and they're
going
to call and they're going to say, hey, they don't call me Mr. Smith. They call me Darren.
Okay.
They be like, Darren, I need all right. And whatever they ask for, they get. And it's just the fact that building them up to be professionals to sustain a life when they walk across that stage. That's really all I see.
Yeah.
And I want them to be able to say, hey, I got my degree from SUNO. I learned this, and this. Because in my college experience, that's where I learned event planning. That's where I learned professional development, how to write a resume, all these different things and all these different avenues and networking, wraparound services that was available to me. That's just what we try to push now at SUNO to make sure they know that, yes, I'm a student. Yes, I miss Suno, but I came here for one thing first, and that's to walk across that stage.
Correct.
So all that extra stuff, you know, it's fun to have it, put it on your resume, but if you walking, you're not having that degree, what you doing? And they know when they come talk to me or they come talk to her, what's the GPA? What's the grade?
Yeah.
Because I need to know. And we do not play. You sat down, you removed, you on cease and desist. No, we're not doing it. Because at the end of the day, we see who you are and who you could be, and I think that's what just makes it more powerful and more strong for me. It's the fact that we love these kids, and I call them kids, they my age, but we love them. And I think that when they see that love, they're more reluctant to say, I need help. And that's really what it is for me. Last night, we didn't leave till after 10, 11 o'clock because we here, and they know we here.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. They get to see a different side of us when we're out having fun with them, but they also see when we put on them ties and them blazers and jackets, okay, it's time to suit up. We got it.
I don't play with no matter what my outfit look like, and they understand that. And so for me, and yes, Josh, I did win the fight. Let's be clear. But I also want to give a shout out to my director of admissions and recruitment, Jada Bowden.
Yes.
I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort that is put into admissions, recruiting our students, and she goes beyond her role as a director. But I could not do this work without the team I have, and so I'm always trying to lift them up and make certain that they know that they are appreciated. So shout out to Jada in admissions and the entire admissions team, because we're a small group, but we do some enormous work to engage folk into wanting to come to Southern University at New Orleans, and then the work becomes retaining them. So that's where all of this stuff we're talking about now comes into play. Once you're admitted, this is what the experience is, and we are really trying to make it a hallmark university that people remember.
Yes.
The 4,500 student population that people remember. We're really trying to build it back up. And I believe we have the right leadership in Dr. Bowie. I believe we have the right pieces coming into play. And so shout out to his vision and his leadership. And shout out to Darren, because he talk about I underplay me, but he doesn't realize how grateful I am to have him up by default a part of my team, because he does not work in my division, but he works in my division, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And so we have a new person, Lance, over here. He just joined the team. And so we are really on the move, and we're trying to make certain that not only the listeners of WBOK, but the entire city of New Orleans and this entire region know that we're here.
And doing mighty things. Y'all, thank you for joining us for the last 3 hours and giving us 3 hours of your life that you will never give back. Remember to practice random acts of kindness and do something nice for somebody else, because it's a nice thing to do. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other, and we're going to see y'all on the flip. 6,400.
That's